Yeah. They talk, we testify. They scroll, we sanctify. They bait for clicks, I build for freedom. They pander to crowds, I speak to the kingdom. This ain't gossip, this gospel. Ain't a brand, it's a mantle. This ain't performance, it's posture. Anointing over algorithm, I'm not like them imposters. I don't do fake deep, I break yokes. I don't chase viral, I chase hope. I ain't got trends, I got truth. I ain't running from culture, I bring the proof. Wide open, we build different. Cut from cloth, they don't even stitch with. Say it raw, say it real, say it righteous. Say the name Yeshua like we not lifeless. Yeah.
Wide open, we don't do safe. We don't bow down, we don't placate. We lay hands and we lay lines. This ain't rap, this redemption in rhyme.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is 9:01 Central Standard Time. It's 7:01 Pacific Standard Time. It is 10:01 Eastern Standard Time. You are now locked in for the next 3 hours. It's wide open. Happy Monday, everybody.
Woo!
Is everybody happy it's Monday again?
Sí.
Feliz lunes.
Sí.
Let's just be happy it's Monday, right? Let's have a party on Monday. Let's squeeze orange juice on Monday, right? Why not? Let's just squeeze the orange juice. Let's make it a thing. Well, this beat is
right.
Oh, you got me. Somebody needs to be doing a windmill right now. Somebody needs to be like straight breakdancing. You know what I mean? Serving somebody. Somebody should be getting like super served right now.
Battle?
All this should be going on. Somebody should be in somebody's face,
Like
eating them,
yard.
throwing them back up, throwing their head in the air, knocking them
Go,
as
go,
a
go,
home
go.
run. Like all of that should be happening, but I can't do that from my chair. So I'm going to stop. Hi, everybody. Good morning, America. And good afternoon, good evening, good night, and good next day to the rest of the world. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you got to relax a little bit. I hope you didn't have to work all the way through the weekend. Hope you took some time for self. Hey, man, even a bathroom break counts.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen, a 15-minute power nap can feel like heaven descended on top of your forehead if you get it right. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes if you could have a lot going on. If you could just recline that seat, take that seatbelt off, lean back. I see what you did there. Lady. I see who you are on a daily basis. Monday through Friday, Central Standard Time. What? Okay. Turn your radio voice off, Tim. It's weird. It's too much.
No, we're here for it.
I guess we are here for
Yeah.
it. We'll be here for it for this day. Anyway, we're locked in. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I didn't have anything to do this weekend. And so that was fantastic. This week coming, it's normal the whole week. Unfortunately, we did have to cancel our Alabama date in Huntsville. So I want everybody to know we had to cancel Alabama. I'm going to say it once again. We canceled Alabama. But I will be in Durham, North Carolina, right outside the county line. Growing up in Durham, North Carolina, right outside the county line. John P. Key. I can't even say Durham, North Carolina without quoting a whole John P. Key line. Anyway, so if you are anywhere, no, wait a minute. Am I going to Raleigh or Durham? I think it's
Cary, North Carolina.
I'm in Cary, North Carolina.
Yes.
I just fly into Durham.
I guess so.
The comedy club is just in Cary.
Yep.
I've been to Cary before. I've actually preached in Cary before. And now I'm coming back to do comedy in Cary. Yeah. If you're anywhere near Cary, North Carolina, don't say I didn't get close to you. Come through. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just need to come through. Just come in there, check it out, see what we doing. It'll be great. And then we're going to be in Phoenix, Arizona. What are the dates?
So June 8th is Cary, North Carolina.
Right.
June 12th is Phoenix, Arizona.
Booyah. June
Is it
8th
11th
is
or
Cary.
12th.
Oh, okay. Amen.
Hey, there's a lot going on. So I'm in Atlanta on Saturday.
Oh, wow.
I am in you know what? Y'all actually need to know this information because you need to know how next week is going to go. So this week is straight, Monday through Friday. We Gucci, right? But this weekend I'll be in Atlanta on Saturday. I'll be in Cary, North Carolina on Sunday. I'll be in New York on Monday. And then I come home Tuesday. So there won't be any wide opens on Monday and Tuesday.
Next
Oh,
week?
okay.
Yeah, next week I
Oh,
won't be
Good
here.
to know.
Okay. I
Also,
closed.
Friday you have the gala, the 6th.
Yeah, but that's at
Yes.
night.
Okay.
Yeah, that won't
Okay.
hinder what we're doing. So Sunday. Yeah, I'll be back Tuesday. So then we'll have wide open next week, Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay.
And then Friday I'm out again. I
Where
think
you going?
I don't know.
He said, I don't know nothing.
Field trip.
Field trip. Field trip.
Field trip.
It's hilarious. Hey, speaking of, we got to talk about our field trip from
Hey.
Friday.
Yes.
Yeah, so Thursday I think I'm supposed Thursday the 13th. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Friday the 13th. There's gonna be a Friday the 13th.
Ooh, ah.
Your birthday's this month.
Hey!
It
Hey.
is. It is. I'm super hyped about that.
Birthday.
50.
Yep. So wait a minute. Maybe I come back from Phoenix. Yeah, I think I come back from no. I guess I will be. I think Thursday. Oh no. I guess next week I am. Okay. We do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
The 9th and the 10th we won't be here.
Okay, got it.
And then the 16th through the 20th we're Gucci. And then the 20th is our last day.
Yo.
The 20th is our last day. We don't come. Yeah, okay, hold on. I'm telling y'all this now on June the 2nd, so y'all can prepare yourselves, okay? 18 days from now. I guess that's mine. 18 days from mine. 18 days from now on June 20th.
See.
That is our last wide open until August the 4th. I repeat.
What are we gonna do, Tim?
Juliana, I really expected that from the people. I did not expect to get that from you real time.
It's gonna be weird. What am I gonna do with my life?
You're gonna be on vacation for 5 weeks because you've earned it and you deserve it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How does that
And
look? I still don't know how that looks.
You're about to find out. You're about to find out.
I'm confused.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. You're literally in the dark.
I'm like traumatized. A little
Yeah, you're like trying to feel faces. Like, how does that look? Is this? I think you got a beard. I think
Like,
it has a beard.
do I leave my laptop here, or like I feel like I might have to do something like that, like
Oh, bro.
strategically,
No, ask Juliana. We don't post or nothing.
that's
like
gonna-
no episodes, no nothing,
Mhm.
no,
It's
no nothing.
Yeah. I
Oh.
remember last year, the year
we don't do
went
nothing.
to Australia and we did that. I didn't know. It was weird.
Yeah, she didn't
It
know
was
what to do
weird.
either.
I'm like-
But now you know what to do.
I'm like,
Yes.
Yeah, you know what to do
Yes.
now. It's nothing. It's your first year.
it's completely my first
Yeah,
year.
you're about to get baptized into a sabbatical.
dude.
I love that.
I didn't realize like
You're gonna come out soaking rest.
That's a bar.
That was a bar.
West Coast.
That was a bar. That was a bar.
Dude. I'm
We
like,
represent the West Coast.
like Tim. I gotta be honest with you. I really don't know what to do with myself. Like honestly, like it's kind of like bringing up things that I don't know because of the performance,
of
people
course.
pleasing in me.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like I know that you've asked me to rest. I know God does His best when He rests.
right.
When we rest,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
it's biblical.
Yep.
Yep.
For sure.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah. So whatever. The Sabbath is really, really easy, right?
Yeah.
Whatever is your normal work, you don't do it.
Okay.
That's it. Point blank. And here's the thing that people have to resist the urge to do. To find other work to do.
Yes.
Like, I'm freed up from this work to do that work. That's not a Sabbath either.
like do different type like side hustle.
Yeah,
or like,
yeah. Oh man, now I can finally finish that leadership book that I wanted to get to. That's
Oh,
work.
dang.
That's work.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
Oh dang.
Oh, did you do it wrong? A little bit.
No, I just had plans to do a lot of baby stuff. And
Oh,
that's
do
different.
your
That's
baby
fun.
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, do your
Okay.
baby stuff. That sounds fun.
okay,
Does that sound fun?
Yeah, it does actually.
Okay, great. Yeah,
Very-
if
yeah.
but I've seen people like go on sabbatical with a list of things to do,
Gotcha.
with a whole agenda, and I'm like, you're about to do your sabbatical all wrong. You're supposed to do nothing. God did nothing
Yeah.
Nada.
Yeah. No.
on the
thing.
seventh day. Not a thing.
Nada.
Do you know if God didn't stop creating? My brain can't even finish the sentence. if he didn't stop creating, we would be too overwhelmed.
Wow.
He had to stop,
Wow. Yeah.
or else we would never. We can barely figure out what he left us with.
Wow.
And whether you believe in a creationist history of 6,000 years, or you believe the world is, 2 million years old and the first humans was here 500,000 years ago, we still ain't explored all the ocean.
That part.
We still finding new animals.
Yep.
We still finding new insects.
Yep.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
And we've been here a long time. We have more technology at our fingertips than we've ever had in any part of human history, and we still don't know what's going on fully.
Yep.
We still can't explain stuff. So, and that's after 6 days of creating. Imagine if he did 60 days. Our most powerful telescopes are telling us we don't know nothing about space.
Straight up.
That's... Ooh.
They finding new galaxies. We seeing light coming from a star that's been dead for 1 million years.
Yeah.
That reminds me, some scientists, I need to look it up, but they found that Earth has a heartbeat. The satellite, the new satellite dish or whatever that we have in space, found the Earth's heartbeat, and it's red and it pulsates yeah, it's crazy. Did
Why
you hear
not?
about that?
Nope.
Oh, it's beautiful. Let me see if I can find it.
But Mother Earth is alive. Yeah, man.
It's heartbreaking. I mean, it's not heartbreaking.
Maybe this is why Scripture describes Abel's murder as the earth cried out at his blood I'm not gonna say it's as graphic as saying the taste of his blood, but Genesis 4. There's like a whole. Okay, where did he murk him at? Rose up. Okay, so this is after Cain murdered his brother Abel, and then. Oh, there it is. Verse number 10. Then he said, Adonai said, "What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood is crying out to me from the ground." Sheesh.
What's the address?
That's Genesis 4:10.
Gracias.
Isn't that crazy?
I'm gonna put the link, but this is what we were looking at.
Satellite data reveals our Earth has heartbeat. Oh, that's fire, bro.
Isn't it?
It is.
Kind of makes me want to cry. So beautiful.
Man. Next time somebody flicks their cigarette butt, maybe Mother Earth will kick their butt.
Come on, Tim. Come on.
Maybe.
Booyaka.
Can't wait till Trump finds out about this.
It's a legal citizen.
Wait,
no.
what do you think he'll
Stop,
say? What do you think he'll
dude,
say?
No.
Role play. Role play.
Yo.
Earth has a heartbeat. It's a very, very big heartbeat. Very big. The heart beats for Trump. I believe the heart beats for Trump. We didn't discover this until I was president.
Oh, gosh.
I think that means that the earth loves me. I think the earth, it was heartwarming. When I became president again, the earth it was just big heartbeat, big heartbeat. Best heartbeat we've ever heard. Best heartbeat we've ever had. But not until my presidency. It was like the earth was dead until I became president. And now the earth is beautiful again. So funny.
Praise God.
They were like, dang it, Julie. Why'd you have to bring him up?
Her name's Hooli.
Oh, yes. That's right.
I be punking people all day. I have never punked other people on behalf of somebody else's name as much as I've done Juliana in my life.
It's the best, especially when Levi Lesko was here the other day. Remember that?
Yeah. He was like, Julie? I was like, no. It's Hooli. Hey, dog, we ain't going to do the episode if you can't get her name right.
That's so funny.
Not Tim calling me Herrick last weekend.
It's
That's what he called me.
Herrick
He's
was
like
hilarious.
Herrick Israel. No. Oh, no, you call me Hector Israel on
Yeah,
Friday.
I call you Hector
It was
Israel.
Hector, yeah.
And I was like, what?
someone said, "Where's Hector? Is he okay?"
Yeah.
Hector's okay.
Yes.
Hector's with his wifey for the whole week.
Praise
He's
God.
off the grid. He doesn't exist this week. When we give people off,
Yeah.
and y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn after June 20th. Y'all gonna think we died. I promise you. I can show you how to do it better than I can tell you how to do it. I can show you better than I can tell you. Like for real. June 20th, our last day, we gonna put on. We gonna have a great show like we usually do. We gonna sign off, and we won't be back until August 4th. Our socials won't exist.
Yeah.
We ain't posting nothing.
Yep.
You can go catch up on past episodes
Yeah.
if you missed them.
Yeah.
Past basement episodes. There's still confusion. People think that Wide Open took over basement, and we're like, no, both of them still come out.
Yeah.
Then they're like, it's the basement, but now it's Wide Open, and then you do something called Upset the World, and we're like, Dios mío.
Just tune in. That's all you gotta do.
We're just like, never mind. Like, you haven't put a new episode on your podcast, and we're like, yeah, I see this Upset the World thing, but I don't want to listen to that. I want to listen to the basement. I'm like, damn it, if you just press the button. Lord have mercy.
Click that thing.
You can't be this shallow.
Oh my god.
You can't be this lazy that you like, that's a new icon. I can't push that. So weird.
Tim, cool thing too is that we just unlocked all of the past videos on the Upset the World Studios because there was a lot of them that were unlisted for a long time because of the B-side thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right.
Right. So last Friday I went in and made them all public again. So there's so many hitters like when Jamie first came in,
Yep.
your homie Joy,
Yep.
Keropi,
Yep.
the Chris Voss is back live,
Yes.
Charlotte Gamble's back
Yeah,
live,
yeah,
Darius
yeah, yeah.
Daniels is back live,
Yeah.
all the Mike Todd episodes.
Yep,
So
yep,
y'all go
yep.
to the oldest on the videos tab, and man, there's gonna be a lot of content for them to saturate and soak in.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
I'm super happy to hear that. Super duper happy to hear that.
So they got a plan. Me? I don't know. I'm gonna.
Oh no! If you need some help, I'll walk you through it. But you are going to be after those 5 weeks, you are going to be like, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
No, I'm
the time you have with your family, the time
Sí.
you have with your daughters.
See.
You know what I'm saying?
Claro que sí.
You'll get the hang of it.
I started I started doing Muay Thai.
Yes.
I went to that second
yeah,
class
right?
and no.
No? Okay.
No.
He said no.
Juliana turned into Chun-Li real quick.
Yaga. No? Okay. Sorry.
It's not Haya, it's not Yaga.
Okay. My bad.
It's just fighting.
It's just.
It's just fighting.
It's
It's
workout.
just fighting.
What do you fight?
What do you fight?
Yeah.
Bears and stingrays. I mean,
Stingrays.
Oh no! R.I.P. Steve Irwin.
You got to defend yourself.
what do you fight? Not who. What do you fight? Can openers, injustice.
I mean, amen.
I fight the urge not to go.
Fight the urge not to go to liquor stores. Hey man, Chun-Li is a full baddie. I don't care what nobody say.
And she was a great character on that.
What?
on
That's
that-
the only character I played with.
Same, dude. Like,
Thighs were fire.
and the kicks were like.
Listen,
We're like, what?
when I was a little kid, Chun-Li could get it. It's my homie, man.
I used to play every time we would go to the laundromat.
Yes.
go and
Yeah,
play
yeah. I remember laundromats.
Yep.
Hey, man. Poe, I want to know how
right,
many
let's go.
people was in some laundromats. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we're not shaming people that didn't go to laundromats. Okay. There's a whole different way of life if
Oh, yeah.
laundromat was part of your life. That tells me so much about if you had to go to the laundromat, there's so much about your life that I understand without you having to even fill in the blanks and tell me other aspects of your life. If you've gone to the laundromat on a regular basis, salute, man. We came a long way, didn't we?
Sure did.
We came a long way.
Sure did.
Laundromats?
Oh yeah.
And now we got a washer and dryer in the house?
Yep.
And I still go to the dry cleaners? Hey, man. Hey, y'all.
Oh yeah. Do you remember the ones in the summer?
That's what we was pulling up the most because we were out of school. We were like, you better go wash them clothes.
Hey, listen. Hell was hot. And the laundromat was hotter.
Hey.
Them dryers all going on at the same
Dude.
time. Oh,
Oh, it was the worst. And they didn't want to keep the doors open.
Really?
It was, yeah, they didn't want to keep.
Nah,
the
they
doors
kept them doors closed, man. It was a inferno in there. Hey, 71% of people, y'all, man. Hey, y'all, y'all telling me 9% still pull up. Oh, it's a way of life in New York City for sure. Entiendes?
Cali too.
In Cali as well?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
I still hit it up.
You still hit the laundromat up?
Yeah, to wash my blankets.
Got
and
you.
to wash like
Oh,
the big
yeah,
things.
because
Yo,
yeah, it's either
I'll
that
catch
or
a
the
L.
dry. Yeah. It's either that or the dry cleaners.
I'm like, yo, I'm going straight and
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
hit them big hitters.
Yeah, for sure.
Boom.
Absolutely. It's the smartest way to do
Couple
it.
times,
Yeah, man. Oh my God, I remember some laundromats. Gosh.
I hated going, but at the same time, I loved it.
Pinball machines, Galaga, Tetris.
Yep. you make
Asteroids was
friends?
the main one at the crib, by the crib. Asteroids was like
Yeah,
that hitter.
Asteroids was a great game. Let me tell you how old I am. I played, because I'm 50 this month, y'all.
Come on,
You know what I'm
50?
saying?
Oh yeah, it's this month.
This month, 24 days
Hey.
away, man. I'm going to be 50 years old. I'm super
Let's
hyped.
get it.
I played Street Fighter before it had the buttons. It was the joystick and the pad. It was the pad you had to hit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the first
how
one.
do you play that?
Yeah, like you got to hit the,
Oh, wow.
like all the stuff you do, you got to hit the pad for the kick and the punch. But yeah, Chun-Li is it. Para me.
She can get it.
She can get it.
That or remind me of that Tiger Girl, Shauna, the cartoon you liked.
She-Ra?
She-Ra.
No, the one from Thundercats.
No, that's
Thundercats.
Chitara.
Chitara.
Yeah, it wasn't
Okay.
She-Ra.
Okay.
I wasn't fooling with She-Ra like that.
Okay.
He-Man's sister? Nah, I'm cool. Chitara, though.
She can get it.
She can get it. Chitara can get it. If I was a Thundercat, I'd be like, Chitara, come here real quick.
You just gave me. Have you ever seen that sloth meme? It's like, hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. And have you ever seen those memes?
And it's a sloth?
Yeah, I'll just send you some.
How long is it going to take for him to whisper in the ear?
That part.
I never thought about that.
Let me see if I can
Oh
find
my
one.
gosh.
That was like in the early 2000s, right? Where those memes went out.
I believe so.
See.
Street Fighter came out in 1987. Wow. Yeah, I was 12. Wow. Yeah, that was my life. It's 9:23. Hey, roll call before
They were already tripping, bro.
somebody cancels me. Lord have mercy. Let's do roll call real quick before somebody catches offense. Where y'all from? Where y'all at?
Roll call.
Where y'all live at? That's how flat the roll call is. Where y'all live at? Orlando, Florida. Okay, that's where you chose to live. Okay, cool. Hayward. Oh, you just chose to live in Hayward. Oh, France. Oh, you just decided to be in France right now. Durham, right outside the county line. I love you, Julia, or Julia. Annapolis. Oh, you decided to be over there. Arlington, Brooklyn, Philly. Oh, y'all decided to just live places. Garland, Austin, South Africa, Idaho. Redmond, Oregon. Hey, y'all be really waiting for this because the way this thing is popping up right now, Port St. Lucie, Florida, Edinburgh, South Africa, Cape Town, Ooh, Levino, you got me on that one. I can't say that. Chicago, I just probably need some help. Wakefield, Rhode Island, I-85 heading north, Lebanon, Maine, Tulsa, teacher on summer break. Thank you for teaching the next generation, April. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dallas, Texas, Southside, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Beijing. We out here. Let's go, TKM. Smyrna, Kennesaw, Yucaipa, Woodland, Palm Springs. I love Palm Springs. My daddy used to take me to Palm Springs all the time. I want to go back to Palm Springs with my dad, but he's dead. Okay, Malaysia, South Carolina, Boston, 210, heading to Pasadena. What's up, Sarah? Northumberland County, Canada. What's up, Emmanuel? Schenectady, New York. I've been to Schenectady. That's why I can say it. Sacramento. Who said this? Danny Devine. Everyone is like, say my city, Tim. You gonna say my damn city, or I ain't gonna like and subscribe. If you don't say my damn city, I'll just start listening to someone else. Say my damn city. How you live every day? You ain't gonna say my city. Mobile, Alabama. Creeping in the air and checking in from Liverpool.
Hey.
Atlanta. In the gym. Let's go. Valeria. Chesterfield, Barbados. Hey, repurpose. Hey, I love you. You my type of person. Listening while on the toilet in my apartment. Why not?
No.
Hey,
Why not?
Wide
Just-
open.
You wide open. Hey. We play too much.
My lord.
Rancho Cordova, California. Midlothian, Virginia. Caleb is in Olympia, Washington. Tallahassee, Florida. Ooh, Julie's at a laundromat in Deer Park, New York. Let's go.
Let's go.
Laundromat. Drummondville, the inventor of poutine. Oh, who knew? Jerica. Bacabille. Yeah. From Kenya, living in Canada, East Orange, New Jersey, Tulsa, Moreno Valley, Rocky Mountain, Virginia, the moonshine capital. Hey, you know what's funny about different cities and stuff? People love to tell you where like a food originated. Like somebody said poutine. This is where poutine came from. Somebody said this is where moonshine came from. I'll never forget when I went to oh, Holy Spirit, let me remember the name. I went to some part of Alabama. Was it Alabama? No, I flew into Florida, and I think I drove up into Alabama, or I drove up into Georgia. Maybe I think it was Georgia. Anyway, it was the home of the peanut.
What?
And it was like the first thing they told me. Like, they were like, welcome, I'm so glad you're in your city. This is the home of the peanut. I was like, really? But I can't think of the city.
All right, here we go. I'll look that up.
Mexico City. Ciudad de Mexico. Coney Island.
Hey.
It was Alabama. Okay, it was Alabama. But I forgot what city it was. But it was the home of the peanut. Dothan! That's right, it was Dothan, Alabama. I'm sorry, did I scare you?
A little bit.
Okay. Dothan! Hiya! Dios mío! I'm having contractions. I have to go to the hospital. Thanks, Tim, for saying Dothan. You induced my labor.
And I tell my
When you're
kid
ready
later
to
on,
have the baby,
Right.
just call me on the phone. I'll be
Okay.
like, Dothan! Baby Karlovich is here.
Little peanut.
We didn't need the doctor. We didn't need the doctor.
I mean, that would be nice.
All right, cool. Roll call's done.
Roll call's done?
I'm like low-key waiting for someone to do roll call at Buc-ee's.
Oh.
I passed. I charged in the book. I charged my car in the Buc-ee's parking lot
did?
yesterday. I almost took a picture for you of the Buc-ee's car wash, and then like I was like, I'm gonna take a picture and send it to Huli, and then I was like, squirrel, and I never did
Not
it.
beaver, squirrel.
Not beaver, squirrel. Yeah. Because if you see a beaver, you're like, damn.
Yes.
I'm sorry, that's a dad joke.
Thank you for playing along.
Yeah, but it was great, right?
It was
I thought it was
wonderful.
good.
The best.
Yeah, you see a beaver, you're like, damn. You see a beaver, you be like, damn, beaver. Look what you did with that damn beaver. Hey, beaver, you be giving a damn up over here, bro. You got all the water backed up, bro. Damn.
Damn.
Oh my goodness, you're funny.
If that beaver sings, is that Justin beef
No.
it?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's just going.
I'm sorry.
Baby,
But,
baby.
None of these jokes will be performed when I get to Carrie. Just want everybody
Why
to know.
not? I think
I'm
it's
not
fine.
that corny. I'm not that corny. I am corny. I'm just not that corny.
Got you.
Shout out to 811 people in the live chat.
Shout out members.
Boop. Shout out members.
TKM McAdams, my inner Pharisee is dying. Damn is triggering the hell out of you. And now that statement is too. You're going to be all right. Stick with me. You're going to be all right. Oh, my goodness. Okay. TNT.
Oh, yeah.
Inside the NBA, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny, the Jet, Charles Barkley, Ernie Johnson. It's the end of an era. I think they did 34 years inside the NBA. 34 years, I think so. And it's no longer on Turner. It's no longer on Turner Sports. Sports is big business. NBA is one of the top 3 in our nation. And after 35 years, I thought it was 34. After 35 years on the air, TNT's iconic basketball studio show Inside the NBA aired its final episode on May 31st, 2025, following Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks. The emotional farewell featured heartfelt reflections from hosts Ernie Johnson, Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal, marking the end of an era in sports broadcasting. The conclusion of Inside the NBA on TNT is a result of the NBA's new 11-year, $76 billion media right agreement, which excludes TNT from future broadcasting. Starting with the 25-26 season, NBA games will be aired on ESPN, ABC, NBC, and Amazon Prime Video.
Killing it.
That's 76 billion. The bulk of that is from Amazon. Amazon found a way to get up in there to boost their subscription base. They're not fooling nobody. They took it from cable to a streaming service so that they can bolster a subscription base. Smart move on them, but man, I hate that for TNT.
Bezos killing it.
Yeah. Despite the end of its run on TNT, Inside the NBA will continue. The show is set to transition to ESPN and ABC, with TNT Sports, a division of Warner Brothers Discovery, continuing to produce the program from its Atlanta studios. The original cast, Ernie Johnson, Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal, will remain intact, aiming to preserve the show's unique blend of insightful analysis and humor. Now, that's a come up right there.
Super smart.
That's how you know how good the doggone show is. When, like, TNT, the station can't have it anymore, but ESPN picks it up and lets you keep the same production crew and the same studio.
Yeah, half the crew went to Amazon, and then the other crew was going with them.
That's a come up. However, the move has sparked concerns among fans and commentators. Sports writer Bill Simmons expressed skepticism about ESPN's ability to maintain the show's distinctive style, warning that even minor changes could provoke backlash from devoted viewers. I agree. As the NBA enters a new broadcasting era, fans can look forward to the continued presence of Inside the NBA on ESPN and ABC, hoping that the show's cherished dynamic remains unchanged. If they do change it, I think these dudes are such real ones, they'll just quit. But when something ain't broke, you don't fix it.
At all.
You just shouldn't. If something ain't broke, don't try to fix it. Leave it alone. Da-da-da. Y'all gonna be doing a lot of that when this baby come out. Put that down. You hit that thing, little lip come out. Shut up, baby. Don't get punched in the mouth, baby. So anyway, I love that show. I grew up with that show. I have relied on that show for all of my pre-game analysis, mid-game analysis, post-game analysis. I'm glad they're still going to be together. What a cohesive unit they are.
Really.
They're man, I love it. I love it. So salute to that show on TNT. Grateful for where it's going to be next season. And it is the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers in the National Basketball Association Finals. And I think I'm rooting for the Thunder.
Really?
I really am. I think so. I like their team. I like it a lot. And they're representing the West.
Did you happen to see the sign off from TNT after
I
the
did.
game on?
Oh yeah, Shaq and Kenny both dropped
the F-bombs.
And there was so they're keeping it real, right? Let me tell you who kept it realer. The person in charge of the 10-second delay that was like, yeah, I ain't pressing the button.
Yes.
Bump y'all.
Yep.
They didn't care. They'll pay the fines. We leaving.
We're leaving.
Bye. Somebody's in charge of that 10-second delay. They could have censored that. They just chose not to.
Yeah, I was like, yo, that hyped me up a little bit. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I was hyped. Y'all know I love a well-placed F-bomb. Or if you don't believe me, you can go watch the reaction videos of those that saw me do it twice.
Oh.
And made a whole video about it. Because I'm a false teacher to them. So,
So you're going for the OKC, huh?
I'm going for OKC. Absolutely. They coming out the West, bro. What are we talking about? I hope they sweep them. I want them to get swept. I want the Pacers to get swept. Broom out. I want Shea Gilgis. I want Shea Gilgis Alexander.
SGA.
32 a game. Let's go. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Wipe him out.
Do you think your boy from Indiana got snubbed for the MVP? Hallie?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Siakam had that thing. Through the whole series, Siakam had that thing.
His face.
Okay.
Yeah. Go back and look. Go back and look at the individual games and who was more consistent.
Yeah.
In the series, it was Siakam.
Yeah, three definitely. Halliburton didn't have as a great of game.
He still contributed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like the year when now this was in a finals, but it's the year remember the year that Andre Iguodala won MVP
for 76ers, or was that for the Golden State?
For Golden State. Yeah, he won the MVP. And it was like he was the most valuable player in that finals. This broke my heart. I saw this yesterday, man. I was like, you can't be serious. All right, so John Brinkus, founder and host of ESPN's Sports Science show, dies. Dude was 54 years old, man.
Oof, that's young.
Sports Science founder and host John Brinkus died Saturday. His family announced on social media Sunday night. Brinkus, who won 6 Emmys for his show that appeared on ESPN and Fox Sports Net, had been battling depression for years. Sports Science first debuted on Fox Sports Net in 2007, though it moved to ESPN a few years later. The network eventually purchased the brand from Brinkus, who hosted more than 1,800 segments of the popular show. I used to nerd out on this show.
It was amazing.
The show's concept was a simple one. The goal was largely to explain why or how things in sports world were possible. Sometimes it was something serious like what makes Tyreek Hill the fastest player in the NFL. Other times, the subject matter was far lighter, like how eating champion Joey Chestnut is physically able to put down so many hot dogs.
Crazy. It is crazy, Nathan.
Joey Chestnut is a glizziator.
Not a glizzy hater.
Regardless, the episodes were always entertaining whenever they popped up. Brinkus brought back his show in recent years on his own platform. He had been open about his fight with depression and he shared a story with Marcellus Wiley in 2023 where he had tried to take his own life, but his dog saved him. Whew. Plenty in the sports media world paid tribute to Brinkis on social media Sunday night after the announcement, and he did unalive himself, unfortunately.
So many people like just poured out.
It's always tough, man. Whether you know the person or not, it's always tough. Man, it's tough. So anyway, God, please be with that family. May your presence be felt with that family. In Jesus' name.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's tough. Well, what else is happening in the world?
What happened with that vegan food house? I mean, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Because I really want to talk about this because I didn't know. I was not aware that y'all signed up to go with me to the vegan food house. And you had reservations. You never shared them. You kept a straight face. You had poker faces. You guys are so down. Y'all are so down for the cause.
Well, it's because it was field trip. I
It
was
was-
excited.
Trip.
I don't care where we're going. It's a
Ju-
field trip.
Juliana was excited. Juliana admitted she was excited about a field trip to a place that she knew she wasn't going to like. She had made up in her mind when she got in the car, I ain't going to like nothing that's in here. I mean, but I'll eat it, though. Juliana was like, let me find the safest thing on the menu.
It's true.
Let me find something that ain't going. Let me find something that you can't mess up. And if you do mess
Yep.
up, I'll just eat the fries.
Yep.
And she ordered a grilled cheese off
Yep.
the kids menu.
Yep.
She was so scared. She was so scared of said vegan food. Her and her little baby. She was like, I don't want to get my baby this fake food. And then the baby be pissed with me when it ain't my fault. It's my boss's fault. So I'm putting a whole lot of words in Julie's mouth.
Oh yeah.
So I think Derek had the same kind of reservations. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I don't know if I'm gonna rock with it or not. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but okay, well, let's just see. Hector was the same way.
Yep.
Hector was like, I'm just going. And you know, I'll let y'all talk about what happened once we sat down. You
Hermana,
know what
por
I'm saying?
favor, ladies first.
Yeah.
We
Y'all
sat
tell
down.
me
Yeah.
what the whole vibe is. We get out, but you got to do it right, okay?
Okay.
So we get in the core,
Yes.
okay? We drive there.
Yes.
Okay? We park.
Yes.
We get out.
Yes.
Okay? We walk in.
Yes.
Take it from there.
Okay. First of all, I was so grateful there was AC. I know that's a luxury. The atmosphere was amazing. Like, I love the decor, the interior. You could tell they were very intentional. Very sweet. Like, the customers, they acknowledged you. They said hi. They were very helpful with the menu option. Like, when you were asking questions about the menu.
Yes.
They were very informative, very nice. I think the owner, he gave me, like, Kirk Franklin vibes. But, like appearance-wise. He was so sweet. So sweet. Okay, and then I'm looking at the menu because we had to use the little...
Scan that thing.
Yeah, scan that thing, the QR code. And I was just going through the menu. I was like, nope. I was like, oh, but that sounds good. Because my dad's side, I have an aunt that they're all vegans. And I've had their food. They had this, like, cauliflower parmesan, and it was actually pretty good. So I wasn't super opposed, you know?
Understood.
But I was like, you know what? I'm going to play it safe because I'm hungry. I'm gonna go with grilled cheese. Like you said, I'm like, you can't ruin a grilled cheese. Right?
I mean, you could, but like
True.
it
I've seen
was
it
a little bit. You were like, if it goes down, it came
Yes.
with fries.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly. And ordered a strawberry lemonade. It was the best strawberry lemonade I've ever had because
Yeah.
it was fresh.
Yeah.
Like, it even had the strawberry seeds and everything.
Yeah.
So everyone orders, food gets there, presentation 10 out of 10. Like, bougie, 10 out of 10. And then I start eating my grilled cheese, and I was like, what in the world? I was like, the bread, I'm such a bread lover. I'm like, I love the bread and
Shout out
cheese.
carbs.
You can't, oh yes, amen. It's probably the Latina. And I was a happy camper.
Yeah.
And then Derek was like, wilding out. Well, I don't want to share too much, but he shared what was on his plate, and I was like, "What in the?"
Because you tasted something off of his plate, didn't you?
Yeah, it was the wings.
Yeah.
I was like, "These are the best wings I have ever had," and everything. Oh my gosh! And don't get me started on the beignets. Beignets.
Oh my gosh.
I told Kayla, I'm like, "We're coming here on a date."
Lean back.
Oh my gosh! And I didn't feel like poop.
That's right.
I felt so good.
Yeah.
I didn't get the itis.
Yeah.
I had energy. I
Yeah.
felt full.
Yep.
I was awake.
Yep.
It was great.
Yeah, girl.
It was great.
I love to hear it.
Yes.
Derek.
I will say you put us on game.
I put you on game, girl. Trust in a nigga. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna steer you wrong. I ain't trying to steer nobody wrong up over here.
I'm sorry I doubted it a little
Ain't nobody trying to give you no bad food. We trying to give you that good.
All right. Vegan Food House.
Vegan
The
food. house.
best place that I've ever eaten in Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex since I've arrived from San Diego, California.
That's big. I'm with it.
I said that on Friday, and I stand by it on Monday.
You're standing on business.
I slept on it.
You slept on it twice.
I slept on it twice. I brought a little bit of something for Joanna.
Oh, yes.
She was like, I thought you didn't like mushrooms. Because she is correct. I don't like mushrooms.
Wow.
But I like them things.
Yeah,
dog.
bro.
It was a mixture. I wanted to hug the cook. I almost went into the kitchen. I waited till I was able to talk to the cook, because you can tell that someone who prepares a meal like that
Yeah.
actually has passion, has put in a lot of effort to make it taste the way that it does.
Yep.
I had some honey barbecue mushroom wings.
Honey mustard. Yeah.
Incredible, dude. The way that it tasted, the texture of it didn't gross me out, because that's the reason why I don't like mushrooms, because
Yeah.
of the texture.
Yeah.
The crunch on it, the way that it was battered, like the way that the whole vibe of it,
Yeah.
it was phenomenal.
Wow.
Like, I need to run it back just to go see. Also,
Yeah.
like what Hector ordered, I need to try that plate.
Yep.
He devoured his plate.
Yeah, he crushed
devoured.
everything on his plate.
Yeah.
He had the peppercorn steak
Yeah.
with the mashed potatoes, the kale,
Mac and cheese.
the mac and
Yeah.
cheese, and the corn.
Yeah. It's affordable too.
It is.
It's affordable,
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
reasonable.
Yeah.
And it's right there in the cliff,
Yeah.
Cliffside, Oak Cliff.
Yeah.
So it brought like a whole vibe, because you could tell that the owner, cares about the establishment.
Yep.
It had its aesthetic. Like it was an experience.
It was.
They plated it beautiful.
Yep.
And then the dessert,
Yeah.
yo,
Yeah.
the dessert
my
was
gosh.
probably one of the best desserts I've had at a restaurant.
Yep.
And to Hoolie's point, like, I didn't feel like bloated. I didn't have the itis. I didn't feel like that after meal, like, okay, I want to take a nap vibe. Like,
Yeah.
no, I was filled up.
Yep.
And also, like, it just, my body responded to the food differently.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yo, so I'm just so hyped. Like when I have friends and I get to take them to a place that I love and they love it as well, I'm like, I'm just basking in it.
Yeah.
I ate there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
No way.
Yo, Tim.
I mean, rightfully so. Rightfully so.
Did you have the peppercorn
get it.
steak, dog?
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
So when I went back on Saturday, I went with the boys. So we went up in there. I had what did I have on Saturday? I think I had I had the hash browns, grits, and gravy, and I had the big biscuit sandwich.
Ooh.
They make the biscuit. It took 20 minutes because they had to make a new biscuits.
What?
Fresh biscuit, vegan egg,
Wow.
not chimichurri on that. Gravy, strawberry jam,
Wow.
turkey bacon, the satine, turkey bacon, cheese. It was glorious.
Wait, vegan turkey bacon?
Yes. And you won't know, bro. It's beautiful. Okay. So I had that on Saturday. And because I'm in a new fasting window, I do 20 hours off, only 4 hours on.
Mm-hmm.
That was my meal for the whole day. And then I had, my nightcap was 10 dark chocolate covered almonds. That's what I usually do. Yesterday, Abby is my hero.
Aw,
Abby is my hero.
Mana.
Ella es mi ángel.
Aw.
Realmente. Ella es mi ángel. Porque I asked her yesterday, I was like, would you do me a favor? If you say yes, all good. If you say no, all good. I have a plan B. The place is far, but if I can put in the order, you can go get it, blah, blah. Because it's like an hour from here.
Mhm.
She went.
Abby.
Listen,
Abby for the win.
anybody tell me something bad about Abby, I'm punching him in the
Same.
Same.
I'm taking out the
throat. In the
nails.
throat,
Line 'em
on
up.
site.
Line them up.
On site, in the throat.
Muay Thai, no
Yep.
Muay Thai.
Oh,
It don't matter. Line them up.
She's here in the chat.
Is she in the
Yeah,
chat?
She's in the chat.
Hey.
Is she
Also-
really in the chat?
Yeah, she's in the chat.
I love you so much, Abby. Abby, I love you so much. You have no idea. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are
She is a gift
you
from
are
heaven.
an extravagant gift to me, like
Oh.
for real. So anyway, so Abby went and got food for my boys. They killed the cauliflower bites, all the stuff, and then I got a waffle with the blueberry compote and the syrup and the vegan butter and the whole nine. It came with turkey bacon, and I got the steak and egg sandwich.
Oh, my
Oh
Lord.
my gosh, I'm salivating.
Field
Steak.
trip. Field trip. Field trip.
Steak, egg, cheese, chimichurri sauce, tomatoes. It was so
Chimichurri
good.
sauce is
Nah,
so good.
dude.
It was
They kill it.
so good.
They kill it over there, dude.
So I had that as my main meal. Then I had a plate of fruit, watermelon, mangoes, blueberries, Himalayan sea salt, olive oil, Himalayan sea salt, olive oil, and then lime juice.
Oof. We need to
It's good.
protect this place at all costs.
It must be protected.
Yes.
And they have a Mexican restaurant.
That's right.
That's not
They
real.
have
That's-
they have a vegan restaurant.
We have
That's not real.
field trip.
Field trip,
That's fake
field
news.
trip, field trip,
Fake
field
news.
trip,
That's fake
field
news.
trip, field trip. We gotta go. We gotta find out the name of it too.
Yes. Love Mexican food.
Same.
Let's see. So anyway, it was just amazing. I love it. That place
Oh,
is
yeah.
like bomb.
Oh yeah.
And now because I'm on this new fasting window and I'm training now, it's just I could carb up, protein up, and it doesn't matter because after I finish all these jump ropes, they do a lot of Muay Thai. Does a lot of jump rope.
Yeah.
Whoosh.
Can you show us a move
Nope.
that they taught you?
Uh,
No. He said no.
I mean, I can show you, but I shouldn't. Like, I'm still learning. Like,
get you.
let me get. I like in the class I'm in.
Mhm.
It's only I only did 2 classes, right? So tomorrow will be my 3rd class, but I'm the slowest person in the whole room, on
You just
purpose.
started. Yeah.
On purpose.
I
Like
see.
he teaches us a move. I don't just run through the moves like I know it. I slow down and I'm like, I got to get this kick right. If my body doesn't feel this kick right in practice, it won't do it right when I'm sparring. So why should I go fast when I can't even do it right slow? Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. That's the mindset you got to have. So I do all of my punches slow and my kicks slow, just so I can, like, if you get it right slow, then you'll get it right fast. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
That's smart.
So
That sounds like a sermon.
should be.
Like the Sunday or sermon series or
You got your dad jokes going on over
why
there?
not? Why not? Why not? Praise the Lord. Anything for
Yeah, Karina, this is not. I'm not 100% raw. I'm referred to as high raw. So high raw is if 80% of what you eat is raw, and 80% of what I eat is raw. Except when I had this splurge weekend,
which was delicious. I'm sure.
it was so good.
Oh, Like the beignets reminded me of the funnel cake in Coney Island, but it didn't make me feel horrible.
Okay, I got to tell you
afterwards.
about the beignets. We got 5 minutes. Let me tell you about these beignets. Okay, these vegan beignets with vegan cream cheese drizzled on it.
Cream trees.
Cream
You heard that too?
cheese, yes, trees, whatever I'm saying.
Locked in.
Okay, let me tell you how good these doggone vegan beignets were. Lord help me. The vegan beignets. That's the only way I can describe them. I want you to take the best funnel cake you've ever had from a county fair. And then I want you to take the best beignet you ever had from Fat Tuesday in Louisiana. And they French kissed each other.
I'm in.
That is a good
I
description.
mean, tongued each other down.
It's that good.
Lizard.
Not lizard.
Lengua.
I mean, tongues got tied in a knot and could not get apart anymore. That's the beignet we ate. Am I lying?
And it was
First bite was, my pupils may have dilated.
Oh yeah.
It was incredible.
I can neither confirm nor deny that they actually did, but they could have. That's all I'm saying.
So good.
I'm trying to find a
good.
picture online, but I think everybody's eating it before they took a picture. They got every single.
They're like, I'm gonna
menu
take a
item.
picture of this squirrel.
Bro, there's every single menu item almost except the dessert.
The beignets, them things is delicioso. Muy delicioso. The way TK Adams spelled TKM spelled beignet. BEENYE. Sounds like a Kanye mixtape.
Kanye, yeah, he's been Kanye.
I beignet.
Those are mine in the Dallas Vegan Food House. I invented those.
Hilarious.
Oh my God. Everybody's biting my style because if they understand my style and if they don't understand that I'm doing it right now, this is why I'm trying to free people from neo-Nazi liberalism. Y'all don't even understand what I be talking about most times because you're not on my level. I'm a genius, and because I'm a genius, this is the way genius is genius. What? Let's just intercede for our brother.
Yes.
Let's keep him in our prayers.
Hey, repurpose. Shout out Benice. He gave us $5.
Yeah. Hey, Abiua,
No,
love you, sis. She sent $199 and she
Again?
says, keep going.
Oh, we will. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh my God, you're too generous to us. Thank you so much.
Please keep pushing through, is what she says.
Thank you. We will. Repurpose. Thank you so much for your gift. I really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Now I need to give Abby my order. Oh my goodness.
For today, for lunch.
Yeah, actually I need something from Sprouts today. Well, actually I need something from Smoothie King and Sprouts. I'm gonna tell her.
Okay.
I just need to be restocked on a few things. My tomatoes and my avocados. And the thing I love about Whole Foods with this last 90 seconds I have left, the reason why I love the raw vegan diet so much, whatever you pick up to eat, that's what you eating. Now, obviously, when I do my little vegan food and stuff, they're remixing stuff to make it seem like something you used to eat, right? This tastes like turkey, but it's not. Right? This is steak, but it's not. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, well, yay, that's novel. It's okay, great. I appreciate it. But it's plant-based, so I'm cool with it. Raw, I grab an avocado, I grab a tomato. When I'm done with my plate, it's an avocado and it's a tomato. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a whole food. You eating whole foods, and your body knows it too. So it just feels great. Anyway.
Yeah, it's delicious. Hothouse tomatoes and aguacates.
Delicioso.
Little sea salt.
Himalayan sea salt.
Chia seeds.
No chia seeds.
No chia seeds.
No, because those have to soak before they're actually soft.
Got you.
They'll be hard. Hemp seeds.
Hemp seeds. Okay, I knew it was some type of seeds.
Hemp seeds go hard because you put the hemp seeds in the pit of the avocado.
Oh, so it's like a.
Yeah. And it's just Then you drizzle the olive oil on it and the Himalayan sea salt. Booyah.
It's a vibe.
Game time. A good, delicious, ripe avocado. Oh, it's nothing like it. Superfood. Hey, you hear this music? Now just get into it wide open. These phone lines are wide open. All around the world, we wide open. Sheesh. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. It is now 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You are now locked in. Good morning, America. We are opening up the phone lines for the next 2 hours. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good next day to the rest of the world. The phone lines are open for you too. We do not discriminate whether you are in the United States of these Americas or whether you are in North America, further north in Canada, whether you are in South America, in LATAM. If you are anywhere across the ocean, east or west, we don't care. Atlantic, Pacific, wherever you are, terrific. We love you. We want to make sure that you have a safe space where you can be fully seen, fully heard, fully known, fully loved, even if you're not fully agreed with, because 4 out of 5 ain't bad. I make no guarantees that I can answer any question that you have, but I do guarantee I can hold space and give wisdom where I can. There is no question, comment, concern, critique, criticism, or compliment that is off limits. You can talk about whatever you want. It could be the lightest of the light. It could be the lowest of the low, heaviest of the heavy. We're here for you. Who's our first caller?
Buenos dias and good morning, Stephanie. We got you live with Tim Ross.
Hi, Stephanie.
Oh, Tim,
It's so good to see your face.
it's good to see your face, sir.
I love your hair.
Thank you. I was gonna say excuse the puffs.
No,
I'm like a whole Powerpuff Girl.
hey,
right now.
listen, we're not excusing puffs. Those puffs are beautiful.
Thank you.
What's going on?
Okay, so all right, so within the last year, I've been Baker acted twice, suicide attempts. I've been diagnosed with having psychoactive depression. Um, I have, I think GAD, the general anxiety disorder, and then suicidal ideation.
Okay.
So the last attempt I had, I actually couldn't speak for 2 months
Mm.
because I've been doing a lot of drugs and like weed, and I've done a little bit of cocaine and crack, not to put myself out there like that, but I'd rather be open here.
I appreciate
So,
you.
but it's been about 7 years with weed and drinking. But I couldn't speak for about 2 months,
Mm.
and honestly, I just wanted to end things. I didn't know why God just kept me here. I felt like He was tormenting me. So I went to go and slit my wrist, and my cousin walks in on me. She snatches the knife from me, and I'm running around the house trying to find something else. And then the police end up coming, and they took me in for my second Baker. So after that, I went to psych ward, and then from there I went to rehab. So when I was in rehab, I was able to get my voice back. So now I'm talking like a regular human being
Okay.
and not, speaking like a broken record. 'Cause I
Right.
was scratching for sure. But it's just been kind of difficult because um, I still have the depression,
Yeah.
and with the psychosis, my biggest fear is that it'll come back.
Mm-hmm.
This like belief in like this world that is more real than the world I'm actually in.
Mm-hmm.
Because I used to hear like voices, and it was like it would tell me like different things about like who I was. Like it told me that I wasn't born a girl, and I actually was gonna have like a whole sex change and everything.
Mhm.
I was gonna go to Cali. I had it planned in my head, and
Mm-hmm.
I even like I denounced my father. I called my mother a witch. You know what I mean? Like it's so much that we kind of go through with psychosis. Now I'm on the better side of things, but my fear is like, what if I lose the grip that I have?
Mm-hmm.
And is it so? The big question is, can someone truly be healed from psychosis or from psychoactive depression or like mental disorders like that?
Yeah. Before I even attempt to answer that, I just want to thank you for being vulnerable and transparent about where you've been, even to the point of you saying, I ain't trying to put myself out here like that, but I'd rather be open. Like, your bravery to do so and your willingness to do so is um, admirable and not something that I take for granted. So thank you. It means a lot, um, because you're helping others that have the same struggle as you know that they can be honest and forthright, as well. So thank you so much. Um, to answer the question, yes, I believe God can heal anybody from anything. And I also believe that there are times when we are required to just be resilient and fight and believe. Um, I can't make a comparison uh, in the struggle. I can't identify directly. Um, what I can say is that I I I remember acutely, um, how I felt after giving my life to Jesus, and um, my trauma, my addictions, my behavior, and being raised in a church culture that says if you pray right, if you have enough faith, if the right person lays hands on you, you'll be delivered. And I tried to do all those formulaic things and it didn't work for me. So then the enemy starts coming in with the lies of, well, it's you.
Yeah.
It must definitely be you. You're broken. God doesn't love you as much. You're it's because of what you did last Thursday that you can't be free now, or it was all kind of stuff. And then I realized, that it had nothing to do with that at all. Um, I just had to go through a different journey than others. I know some people that have gone to the altar calls and been free, have given their life to Jesus, and all addictions that they had just left the day that they confessed Jesus as Lord, or they got baptized and they didn't have the desire to do this anymore, the desire to do that anymore. And it seems like everything just is a 180 for them, in a speedboat, right? Whereas, it sounds like for both you and I, it's like, well, I'm in the middle of the ocean and I just have to turn around and start swimming back the other way. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
for sure.
But I don't know where the lighthouse is. You know. So am I even going the right direction? And I think there's sharks in the water, and
Sorry.
it feels like it would just be better to just sink, right? And just inhale really deep, and it'll be over if I could just if my lungs will fill with water, and I'll just be gone, and I won't have to worry about treading anymore. I know what all that feels like, and so um, I answered the question the way I do because I never know how God wants to do what He does. I've been a believer for 29 years, and I've seen Him do things in my life instantly, and other things He's done in my life has gone over some decades. And so I've just learned whatever the journey looks like for me now, I just accept it. And I know that He's with me, and I know that I will be okay because He is absolutely with me.
I think for me, the big thing there
Hey, it's
in
breaking up a little bit.
but can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay,
Okay.
sorry about that.
No worries.
Um, I think the biggest thing for me isn't really just the depression, but just the memories of the embarrassing moments. Like, you know
Oh,
how some people will black out
yeah,
and they forget like all the junk that they did?
yeah,
Like for me, like I remember everything
yeah,
and it like plays like a movie and I'm just sitting in the theater watching myself like make a fool of myself or embarrass people that I love, you know? And it's like I never really took mental health that seriously before.
yeah,
You know, I never thought it was that deep. I'm like, man, these people, you know, if they do the right thing, then they can always change. Like, how do you not know that this thing isn't reality
right,
until I actually got hit with it?
right,
And for me, like smoking, for me, that was like my therapy. Like, I could, if my thoughts are going crazy, I could smoke, I could chill, I could vibe. But then when it flipped and that became like the source of the problem, and it became like every time I smoke, it's like it's a whole different world I'm walking into,
right.
you know? And, you know, I didn't know that I was taking a risk. Like the last time that I actually had smoked was the last time I was able to speak.
Wow, wow, yeah,
And ended up I remember one time I was trying to boil two potatoes and I didn't even like my brain was such in a fog that I couldn't boil the potatoes and my aunt is like, what do you want to do with these potatoes? And I just wrote on the paper, I don't know.
wow,
I just don't know. You
yeah,
know what I mean? And it's like I have like a history. It's not like I'm just not to dog cats on the street, you know what I mean? But it's not like I have like I've been to college. I've had businesses before. Like I've done the music thing before. You know what I mean? So it's like to be now at 29 and it's like you're just the depression hits and you just want to just lay there
yeah, for
and just
sure.
let life just pass you by,
Yeah,
you know? And like I even to one point I almost stopped being Christian. I was gonna look for another belief.
yeah,
But then it's like, you know, Adonai, I've been with you for so long. Who else can I go to? Who else
mm,
is gonna get to know me like how you've gotten to know me? Who's gonna really love me regardless of anything the way that you actually love me,
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
So and that's really what tied my footing. I'm like, I might not be able to think straightly all the time, but I know that once you're with me, that I'll get back to reality. I'll get back to that place of where things make sense.
absolutely.
So and I know if I could talk right now to Uncle Tim and I
Yeah,
could, you know, communicate myself properly,
yeah,
then it's definitely possible. And I appreciate that too because you were saying about kind of having to just kind of ride with the waves and kind of go through it.
yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
maybe it won't completely disappear.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's just gonna be a battle. You know, it's just sometimes you get kind of tired of fighting on.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think I don't think we have equipped um believers enough to live with stuff that they want God to just rid us of.
yeah,
Right? Like we believe God to be a healer and he's not going to heal everybody.
uh,
We believe God to do miracles and he's not going to do a miracle for everybody. Like if that was the case, he would have got himself off the cross.
yeah,
Right? If the mission of being a believer in Jesus is to avoid all pain and discomfort at all costs, then crucifixion clearly wouldn't have been the way he went out.
definitely,
He would have went out lounging on the sofa. You know what I'm saying? Or like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
In a recliner with his feet up or something. But he wouldn't have done what he did. You
yeah,
know.
for sure.
So I wanna speak to these moments that you're vividly aware of, where it was embarrassing for you, or you felt like you made a fool of yourself in front of family or friends. Um, I heard you say that, but I also heard you say essentially, and this is my synthesis, not your actual words, but
Yeah,
it sounded like what you were saying to me was, I really wasn't in my right mind. I really didn't know what I was doing.
yeah,
And I look back on it and I'm embarrassed that my family experienced me like this. Okay. I would really love you to have a lot of grace for yourself. I cannot tell you how many things I've said and done where I just didn't know any better.
Yeah.
That's just where I was at the time. And I look back on it and it was embarrassing. I look back on it and I wish I could take it back. I look back on it and I wish I didn't say that. But it's like, I said it. I did it. I own it. And I'm not going to beat myself up over it.
Yeah.
It's a low point. I remember what it was to be there. I've shared this before, but I don't share it often because it just doesn't come up that often. So, but in 2019, when I was a lead pastor, that was my worst year as a pastor. It's the year I wanted to quit.
Yeah.
It was there were so many factors. And I'm not an exploder. I don't explode. Like, I'm never going to go into a rage and start breaking stuff and punching walls and shooting in the air. Like, that ain't me. I implode. I implode. So it's not it's just a little, and it's inside of me. And most of it I take out on me. And that's when, like, the porn and the masturbation was like I just took it out on myself, right? I would just go do that. But in 2019, this thing, life had popped me in the mouth to the point, and it's so embarrassing for me to tell the story, but it's the truth. So I had wanted words on our walls in the church for 2 years. And I had been telling my staff, hey, I want the vision and the mission of our church to be on the walls. And 2 years go by and there's nothing on our walls. Right? My mindset was basically like, as the leader of this church, if it got buried under, I don't know, dirt for 200 years and somebody excavated it, outside of the name of the church, would anybody know what we were about? So that's why I wanted, like, the core values, all this kind of stuff. All right, so this is a Saturday night. Sunday is the next day, obviously. I have a guest that I flew into town to speak on Sunday. But Saturday night, I thought it was a great idea. Not a good idea. I thought it was a great idea to stop by Home Depot, grab 6 cans of spray paint, come back to the church, open up all the doors in the foyer so that I don't get a contact high from the paint fumes.
Yeah.
And I spray painted all the words I wanted on all the, not just one wall.
Did it come out good though?
Girl, I was tagging like I was back in LA.
Yeah.
I was shaking that thing up, bro. I was tagging. When I tell you I was tagging. It was too much, right? I felt so good about it. The next day, the staff comes in the morning. I didn't notify nobody. I didn't tell nobody nothing. The next day, staff comes in. They think somebody's vandalized our building.
Oh, that's tough.
Now, I don't know who would come in and just vandalize it with the core values, but that's what they did. You know what I mean? It was me. And I felt good about it. And then, my wife found out about it. She was pissed. And the elders found out about it. And they was pissed. And I was looking at all of them like, I don't see what the big deal is.
Yeah.
And I got up Monday and to read my Bible and to pray. And the Holy Spirit was like, yeah, nah, bro, you wasn't supposed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to repent in front of the whole church the next week.
Jeez.
And to this day, when I look back on that, I'm like, damn, bro, that was embarrassing. I ain't never done nothing like that before. I ain't never done nothing like that since. But I give myself.
And I know you put your heart into it too.
I put my heart into it, girl. When I tell you I was doing wrong with conviction.
Yeah.
Are you in Cali or Florida?
I'm in Florida.
Yeah, I was like, where them palm trees coming from? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
on a beautiful day like that backdrop, I'm like, you either in Cali and Florida. Okay.
It's my sister's graduation today.
Oh,
So
fantastic. Celebrate.
yeah,
So
for
so
sure.
hey, can I just give you kudos that you would drop in for a little bit of self-care while you are there for your sister's graduation? Yo,
Yeah,
salute.
for sure. I didn't think I was gonna make I gotta make it.
Yo, you made it, homie. You made it. So I'm not gonna hold
Yeah.
you. All I'm gonna say is I want you to give yourself a lot of grace for your past mistakes. God
Okay.
has forgiven you. Forgive yourself. There's not a time you're gonna look back on it with delight, but you don't have to look back on it with disgust. Like
Yeah.
you did it, you admitted it, you quit it. Now we can't forget it, but you can move on, and you don't have to hold yourself to that. You are not that person. You went through
Yeah.
that phase. You are not that phase. And you're hella
Yeah.
resilient. You are more resilient than you know. And so anytime those psychotic episodes come back, and if you here's what I believe. If you continue to rehearse the truth, when the lies come, they'll be easier to detect.
Yeah. Amen.
Don't focus on the negative narrative. Focus on the truth narrative of who you are as a daughter of the Most High, as a beautiful woman who God has put on this earth to give a beautiful expression despite the challenges that you have had mentally, and despite the fight that you've had with depression. Despite all of that, you are an image bearer of Adonai, and he loves you as much as I do. Actually, more.
Yeah. That's what's up.
It's good?
Yeah, that's real good.
Good. Well, I love you, and I'm so grateful you called.
I love you. Thank you, Uncle Sam. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Congratulations to your sister, okay?
Yeah, I'll let her know.
Okay. All right. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
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 Thank you, Jesus. Ooh, thank you, Jesus, for her. Are you kidding me? Man. Wow. Man. Wow.
Tim, you said something really profound there. You were like, Jesus won't heal everybody,
Oof.
or else he would have got off the cross. Like, can you expound a little bit more on that? Because we need to hear it.
Yeah. Our relationship with Yeshua does not exempt us from pain. It does not exempt us from discomfort. And it is not a get out of pain card. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, physiologically, neurologically. Like, a life with Jesus is not this exemption from pain. It's not this exemption from going through adversity. It's not this exemption from being tested. It's not an exemption from being tried. It's not an exempted from going through trials. Okay. Let's go to Jacob. Let's go to Jacob, shall we? I'm going to let Jacob speak into this because Jacob got something to say. All right, so this is Jacob chapter number 1, starting at verse number 2. If you want to know what the book of Jacob is, it's what we call in the anglicized version of the Bible's James. En español, Santiago. Pero él es Jacobo, no Santiago. Vale. Okay, so this is verse number 2. Okay, y'all. Consider it all joy, my brethren, when you encounter various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces endurance. If you're not tested, you won't learn how to endure. That's why most people can't endure what they go through as believers in Jesus, because they keep running from the test, because they can't endure nothing. They're runners. You're a runner. You're a track star. You're going to leave the faith when it gets hard. Consider it all joy, my brethren, when you encounter various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces endurance. And let endurance have its perfect work, so that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. Let endurance have its perfect work, so that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. So good. That's what we trying to get to. So I'm big on encouraging people like, oh, you going through something right now? Go ahead and get through it. You know what I'm saying? We can go through hard things. We as believers can go through hard things. God don't have to. Here's my, okay, no, I got
Come on.
I'm going to keep bringing y'all back to this, because it's such a, this thing has got me through so much, this perspective. Okay, so this is Daniel chapter number 3. I'm going to always go, just know anytime I'm talking about this, you're going to always, it's going to be high 97, 98%. You're going to get this scripture from me if we're talking about perseverance and we're talking about the type of outlook. My favorite is Daniel chapter number 3. So this is about Hananiah, Azariah, and Mishael. I don't call them by their slave names. Y'all know that. I don't call the 3 Hebrew boys by their slave names. I call them by their real names. Bump these names that Nebuchadnezzar gave them while they were in bondage. So boom, 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 boom. So it says the text.
Verso?
This is Daniel chapter number 3, starting at the 16th verse. Let me go up to the 15th verse. Nope, I'm gonna go back up to the 13th verse, because Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah would not bow, right? Who we call Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They would not bow. Furious with rage, Nebuchadnezzar ordered Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to be summoned. When these men were brought before the king, Nebuchadnezzar responded to them, saying, "Is it true, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, that you don't serve my gods or worship the golden image that I set up? Now, if you are ready, at the moment you hear the sound of the horn, flute, zither, lyre, harp, and pipes, and all kinds of music, you must fall down and worship the image that I have made. But if you do not worship, you would immediately be thrown into the midst of a furnace of blazing fire. Then what God will be able to deliver you out of my hands?" Y'all ain't ready. Here it is. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, replied to the king, saying, "O Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to answer you concerning this matter. If it is so," they don't know. "If it is so, our God whom we serve is able to save us from the furnace of blazing fire, and he will deliver us out of your hand, O king. Yet, even if he does not, let it be known to you, O king, that we will not serve your gods nor worship the golden image that you set up." If we don't all get there, y'all not gonna be able to handle nothing. I'm telling you right now, until you get that Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah energy, where you look your circumstance in the face and say, "Oh, it's cancer. I believe God can heal me." But even if he doesn't, he's still good. Until you can look at getting laid off from your job and go, "I prayed that God would allow me to stay on this job and I still got laid off." God Even if you're my provision, you got some pain in your body, you got something going on mentally, I know God is able to heal me. But even if he doesn't, I will never change my fidelity to Christ. It's got to be my Aunt Cookie. Shout out. Maureen. My Aunt Cookie, who's really my cousin, but because she was so much older, I just called her my aunt. Double mastectomy. Both breasts got cut off. Cancer gone, in remission. I don't know how many, I don't know if it was years or months. It comes back. They want to do another surgery. She asked, will you get it all this time? They said no, this surgery would just be able to extend your life for a few more months, maybe. She goes, well, I'm not having the surgery. The whole family's crying. Come on, have the surgery. Obviously, they love her. We all love her. We want her to stay. Nah. She's like, nah, ain't nobody cutting on me no more. I already took 2 of my breasts. Ain't nobody dealing with that. We're not doing that no more. Cool. She said, I don't know what the big deal is. She had a super light, airy voice. I don't see what the big deal is, guys. If I live, it's to the glory of God. And if I die, I'm in the presence of God. So I'm in a win-win situation. We were cooked. There was nothing else to say. We were cooked. Homegirl said, I'm in a win-win situation. What is we doing? You think you got me? Cancer got me? Nah, please. Cancer about to send me home to my dad. You think I'm going to be mad about that? You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Perspective.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. And that just tells me she really knew the Lord.
Oh, she had been saved
Yeah.
forever. Forever. So that's my mindset on all things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
God what does he owe me?
Nada.
Nada. A whole lot of nada.
Yeah.
Didn't he already do it?
Yes.
Sending his son wasn't enough? Now I need what, a raise?
Man.
What, I need a bigger house?
Mm-mm.
What I need? Justice? Revenge? My life belongs to him. Wealthy or broke. My life belongs to him. Healthy or sickly. My life belongs to him. Right?
Yes.
Good or bad. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not, you ain't gonna have me in a first world country like the United States of America with a blue passport complaining about nothing.
Nada.
And there's somebody on the other side of the world right now dying for their faith.
Oof.
Relatives beheaded for this faith. And I'm about to sit here on this side of the world, as comfortable as this is, and be like, man, we can't go on a proper vacation this year. I don't know what kind of test God's sending me through. I can't do it, dude. I could not in good conscience form my lips to try to say that what I've been even going through the last 5 months is bad.
Yeah.
What? I'm not making the money I used to. Had to walk away from a company. And just, oh my God, it's just not. We've eaten every day. Belly full, man. Belly full. What are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
What are we talking about? He remains faithful.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord.
Like that's that grow up stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This is where you start separating the wheat from the tare right here. Cause you ain't gonna be around. Like, you can come over here. I can contain, like, this feels bad. We've all expressed our displeasure of this season. I'll be damned if I walk away from Jesus because of this. Man, please. My daddy died last year. Never crossed my mind to leave Jesus. It's just too much. My dad died. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. That was hard, losing Papa. It was hard. It was harder losing my brother. Your parent is supposed to die before you, not your sibling. I lost him in 2004. God gave me 20 more years with that guy. What be tripping me out is how quickly these people be losing. They be ready to leave the faith.
Scary.
Somebody hurt them at church. I'm leaving the faith. I don't believe God loves me anymore. I'm leaving the faith. God can't be counted on. He's not reliable. Who lied to you? Who lied and told you every prayer you pray gonna get answered? Who lied and told you that? Who lied and told you every day was supposed to be easy now that you've given your life to Yeshua? Please point them out. Who told you that? Well, I heard a sermon that said, maybe the sermon wasn't for you. It was for somebody else. Everybody didn't get healed at the pool of Bethesda.
Yep.
Was the Messiah being mean? He goes to a tomb where there's a lot of people dead. He only called Lazarus. He didn't say everybody get up.
Yep.
He left some people dead. What we gonna do? He didn't heal every leper. What you gonna do? You only gonna believe him based on what he's done for you? Well, the crucifixion was enough for me. That's it. He owes me nothing else. The crucifixion is enough. Everything else is gravy. Gravy I don't even deserve. It is grace personified to get anything past the blood. He owes me nothing else. I'm just living my life for him the best that I can on my greatest day and on my worst day. I'm just trying to live my life for him. He gets the rest of my life, January 14th of 1996, through my dying breath. Jesus Christ is Lord, to the glory of God. And God raised him from the dead. That's my testimony to my dying breath. That's my story because it's his story and I'm sticking with it. Don't think it's because of a house. Don't think it's because of a pod. All this can go today. Heaven and earth will pass away. His word will last forever. That's all I'm on. Yeah, don't let this slick talk fool you. I don't care nothing about these. I don't care nothing about the Instagram followers. I don't care how many people following us, subscribing. It don't matter. It could go down to 80 subscribers. No pasa nada.
No pasa nada.
I'll still be here till he tells me differently. And get with him for make me famous.
Weird.
Give me influence. Let the world know who I am. Ain't nobody gotta know me. Ain't nobody gotta know me. Trying to help somebody. Y'all better get that narrative in your life. The enemy stay punking y'all because you haven't punked them back yet. Let me tell you something. Let me take you back to Daniel. Let me let you see how Daniel handled these clowns in the lion's den. I'm gonna just start from verse number 2. It pleased Darius to appoint. So Darius the Mede took over the kingdom at the age of 62. It pleased Darius to appoint 120 satraps to rule throughout the whole kingdom with 3 administrators over them, one of whom was Daniel. Just so y'all know, Daniel's in his 80s. He's not no teenage boy anymore. Bro's in his 80s. Okay? These satraps were accountable to them so that the king would not be troubled. Now, this Daniel was distinguishing himself among the supervisors and satraps because he had an extraordinary spirit in him. In fact, the king planned to appoint him over the entire kingdom. At this time, the supervisors and satraps tried to find ground for a charge against Daniel regarding the kingdom, but they were unable to find fault or corruption because he was trustworthy and non-negligence, and no negligence or dishonesty could be found in him. Finally, these men said, "We're not going to find any basis for charges against this man, Daniel, unless we find something against him regarding the law of his God." Bro has so much integrity that they were like, the only way we gonna get bro is to trip him up with his own faith. So these supervisors and satraps went in to the king as a group and said to him, "King Darius, live forever. All the supervisors of the realm, the magistrates and satraps, ministers and governors have all agreed that the king should issue an edict and enforce a decree that anyone who prays to any god or man for 30 days other than you, O king, will be cast into the lion's den. Now, O king, issue the decree and put it in writing so that it may not be altered, according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which cannot be repealed." Thereupon, King Darius issued the written decree. Now, when Daniel learned that a written decree had been issued, y'all ain't ready for this. I'm going to read this as slow as I can. It's too good. When Daniel learned that a written decree had been issued, he went into his house where the windows in his upper room opened toward Jerusalem. 3 times a day he knelt down, prayed, and gave thanks before his God, just as he did before. Then these men came as a group and found Daniel praying and making supplication before his God. So they approached the king and spoke to him about the royal decree. "Didn't you issue a written decree that anyone who prays to any god or man for 30 days, except for you, O king, shall be cast into the den of lions?" The king replied, "The decree stands, according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which cannot be repealed." Then they answered and said to the king, "Daniel, who is one of the exiles from Judah, pays no attention to you, O king, or to the degree, or to the decree that you put in writing. He still prays 3 times a day." Hey, somebody needs to get this in their spirit. Daniel, who is one of the exiles from Judah, pays no attention to you. Somebody needs to get that. Somebody needs to get that. Somebody needs to get that in their spirit when it comes to the way the enemy's been trying to come against you, punk you, the way your supervisor's been trying to get at you, the way you've been tested by a family member, the way some of y'all been tested by your spouse. I'm paying no attention to you. I'm going about my business. I pray 3 times a day because I don't know what you're doing with your life. Oh, but the king issued an edict that if anybody prays, is going to go into the lion's den. Watch what I'm about to go home. Watch what I do. And he didn't do it in hiding. He didn't try to whisper so he don't get caught. Bro went to the open window that faced Jerusalem and was like, "Dear God, oh God, it's your servant Daniel." That's gangster.
Oh, yeah.
The old folks would say, "We ain't studying you." That's what we would say. When the king heard this report, he was deeply distressed, and he set his mind on how he might rescue Daniel, because bro liked Daniel. Until sunset, he struggled to find a way to save him. Then these men came as a throng in to the king and said to the king, "Remember, O king, that it is a law of the Medes and Persians that no decree or edict which the king issues may be altered." So the king gave the order, and Daniel was brought and thrown into the lion's den. Now the king spoke to Daniel, saying, "May your God, whom you serve, continually deliver you." A stone was brought to block the mouth of the den. The king sealed it with his own signet ring and with the signet of his nobles, so that nothing could be changed regarding Daniel. Then the king went to his palace and passed the night fasting. A secular king fasted for a righteous man. No entertainment was brought before him. He was unable to sleep. At dawn, the king got up and hurried to the lion's den. As he reached the den, he cried out to Daniel with a voice of anguish. The king spoke out to Daniel, saying, "Daniel!" I guess that's a voice of anguish. "Daniel, servant of the living God, was your God, whom you serve continually, able to rescue you from the lions?" Daniel spoke to the king. "May the king live forever. My God sent his angel to shut the lions' mouths so that they haven't harmed me. because I was found innocent before him, nor have I committed any crime against you, O king. Integrity. Then the king was overjoyed and ordered Daniel taken up out of the den. So Daniel was lifted up out of the pit. No injury of any kind was found on him because he had trusted in his God. At the king's command, those men who had maliciously accused Daniel were brought and thrown into the lion's den, they, their children, and their wives.
Woo!
They had not even reached the bottom of the pit before the lions overpowered them and crushed all their bones. Then King Darius wrote to all the peoples, nations, and languages dwelling in all the earth, may your peace be abundant. I issue a decree that in all the dominion of my kingdom, people are to tremble with the fear. People are to tremble with fear before the God of Daniel, for he is the living God, enduring forever. His kingdom will not be destroyed. His dominion will never end. He delivers and rescues. He performs signs and wonders in the heavens and on earth, and he has delivered Daniel from the power of the lion's den. So Daniel prospered during the reign of Darius and the reign of Cyrus the Persian. Don't let nobody punk you. Don't let the devil punk you. Let him threaten you. I'm gonna put you in the lion's den. Cool. Let them eat him. They can eat me up if they want to. All you're gonna do is send me home. Anybody mad at going to heaven?
Nope.
No.
I'm not gonna go stand in front of traffic, but put a gun in my head and see if I change my mind. Nigga, you gonna have to shoot. All you gonna do is put me in a family reunion with bro. My kids will be brokenhearted. My wife will be brokenhearted. Guess what? The same God that helps every other person who loses a loved one get through it is gonna have to help them, because he about to wipe every tear from my eye, and I ain't got to worry about none of this no more.
Right.
So I'm not going out looking for death. And if it comes, death, where is your sting? Oh, grave, where's your power? Ain't nobody scared of you. Yeshua conquered death, hell, and the grave. Who am I scared of anymore? You can't scare the hell out of me. It ain't in me no more. Holy Spirit's there. So I ain't got no problem with hell. I ain't got no problem with the grave. He got up from it. And if he got up, I can get up.
Woo.
Death, he conquered it. He came back to life. I will live with him for eternity. What's the problem?
Amen.
What we talking about? The hell we talking about? We talking about money in the bank? We talking about tires on the car? We talking about gas in the tank? We talking about a full charge on an electric vehicle? What are we talking about? We talking about a promotion on the job? We talking about how come I can't make $1 million? We talking about how come I got to live check to check? What are we talking about? What are we actually talking about? Does it matter? If the answer is yes, what made you? What about it made you care that much? What makes you care that much? It's all gonna go away.
Yeah.
Now, later, it's all going away. So what's the point? What are we doing? These momentary pleasures are like a wind blowing through your hair, a breeze blowing through your hair. It's going away. It's going as quick as it came. It's going away, and you can't grab it. If you think you can hold on to pleasure, go outside and try to grab the wind.
That's dude. I'm like,
Okay, who's next?
that's
That's
so
fire.
good, Tim.
I just
Ooh.
Hey, that grab the wind thing. I was thinking about like someone's head being out the window, driving by the coast.
yes.
Like it alters your physical appearance.
That's right.
But you ain't.
That ain't you.
That ain't
You can't sustain that. Yeah.
All right. Our next caller would like to remain anonymous.
That's fine.
We're going to show the caller to you, but
Okay.
not to the. Let me see here. All right, caller. We have you live with Tim Ross.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Oh my God.
It's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you. I'm so in disbelief. I have to like pinch myself.
I
I
love
finally
you.
get to talk to you.
I'm
Oh
so
gosh.
I'm grateful I get to talk to you as well. How are you doing today?
Yeah. I I am doing better.
Okay.
Uh yeah, but so first I just wanted to say thank you, Tim, for your obedience and for everything that you have done. Through your obedience, you have created a whole like universe of community that I would never imagined I'd be in. So
Yeah.
it's super helpful for everyone. I thank you so much. I honor you. I love you, and you're like almost the best thing that ever happened to my mental health.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah,
it. I'm honored to serve you.
thank you. Um, okay, so I have like a whole script in my head. Um, so I guess I'll just get right into it.
Yeah,
My
that's
predicament, my life.
yeah, for sure. Talk to me.
Yeah, because this is an answered prayer. The
Okay.
moment I found out that you were getting callers in, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to be there. And then finally, okay. So what is happening is my marriage.
Okay.
Um, I'm so nervous. I'm sorry.
No, take your time.
I'm
Take your time.
yeah. Bear with me because I feel like I'm a good speaker, but talking to Tim Ross, it's like nerve wracking.
No, take your time.
Okay. So Um, let's see, where do I start? Okay, so my husband. Um, I guess I'll start with where we are now, and how he is. So, where we are now is that we are separated. I guess. Well, we're not separated. Really, we're married, but he's living at his mom's.
Okay.
Um, so we got here for like the 100th time because he's done this 100 times.
Okay.
We got here out of an argument about finances. It's always finances.
Okay.
um, so right now, so he left. So I haven't had a job for a year because I was wrongfully fired, and then I ventured into teaching. So I'm like uh, doing my certification. I had to take 5 exams. Now I passed 4 out of the 5, so I'm missing 1. And so as his daily, yearly bursts out, he like burst out and said that, he needs financial support, that I'm not supporting him, that I haven't had a job for a year. And so he's very stressed out. And then from that, it trickles down to like all the other problems, I guess, or issues that we have. And so right now I'm basically left on my own. When he left, he cut down the card that we had to pay bills and stuff, and he's basically doing these outrageous, petty things because he's so stressed.
Mm.
And so I'm in a place where I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's so nerve wracking because I don't have a job. And so it's been very difficult. But so like I said, he's done this a million times.
Okay.
We've been married for 5 years.
Okay.
And well, I do want to say that that he's a very kind person. He's very good to me. He's never hit me or anything. He's always been there for us financially.
Okay.
Like he's always provided for us. He's always tried in his own way. And then I guess it's also good to note that he has his own traumas, like very deep traumas. Like, for example, his dad was like in the Mexican War, like in 2010, and like drug trafficking and all those things. So I guess he has like childhood traumas or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, it's like for 5 years, every year he like throws these outbursts, and over the years it gets like a little bit worse.
Hmm.
So sometimes he would just leave to his mom's and stay there, and then and then there was a time where he would like throw things or punch the wall and things like that, break things, break my stuff, rip up my books and not my clothes, but the things that were accessible, my pictures, break them. Um, and then he stopped. Like, I don't know, it's weird because he like takes steps forward and then he takes them back,
Mm.
and then he never really progresses so much.
Mhm.
But so right now that's where we're at. He's
Okay.
living at his mom's, and then he's like brought all of this stuff up about divorce, that we should get a divorce, this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, I have mental and emotional vertigo.
Okay.
And I'm just so like, I lost my equilibrium. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's a person who like, he says one thing and then he says another. His yes is not yes and his no is not no. And every time he's done this, he'll come back and he say, hey, I'm sorry. I know that I need to work on myself. And he'll be resentful not resentful, remorseful. He always say sorry, and then he'll do it again. He'll say sorry, and then he'll do it again.
Mm.
But and I think it's also good to note that I think he started doing this like after the first year of our marriage. It all started off with like miscellaneous marriage, little arguments and problems.
Mm-hmm.
Because he would play a game online. And it was just like, I was always so frustrated because he would never give us the attention. He'd be there like day and night, right? And then I would nag him about that. And then he stopped after a while. And then it just eventually started becoming a whole financial thing that he needs an outlet and this and that. And so I'm here now, and I'm at a crossroad of like, do I just like leave him, like get my job and like leave him, or do I feel like he has so much potential because he does accept that he's wrong and he does say sorry, but then he comes back and he does it again. Like, for example, in the year we'll be fine for like 4 months, and then at the 5 month, he'll, out of anything, he'll just like make a problem, and it always comes down to I'm financially stressed.
Mm.
And there was a time where he didn't have a job, he was stressed, and now he has a really, really good job and he's still stressed. So I'm like, I don't know if it's that. So I'm kind of just at a crossroad, and I think I just told you the story, but it was like all over the place. I'm sorry.
No, I was tracking with you 100%. No worries. What do you need from me today?
Okay. So there's more to the story. So I guess I'll start from the beginning. So it's something that I wanted to let you know and see like your thoughts or advice on that. So
Okay.
what happened is, the way that we got married was that we were in college, and I don't think I've ever heard of a story like this on the pod or anything. So I think it's very like unique. So we were in college. We got pregnant in college. When I was in college, like we kind of dated or something. We were like dating, but we didn't have the label. He never really asked me to be his girlfriend. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, so I never really loved him when we were in college. We were just kind of like off and on. We were just like, like sleeping together. I never really loved him, but then we got married, and then we came down from the college that we were at. We came down to our hometown. And then I was going to a church, and at that church, it's a church that I've always been to since I was little, maybe like in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
But at that church, there was a prophet who I always believed to be real and true. But I don't know, somewhere along the line, I feel like it got to his head and he started lying.
Mm.
So what happened was that, he told me, well, he didn't even tell me directly. He told my brother to tell me that we needed to get married right away.
Mm.
And so I remember telling my husband, I said, hey, like, we need to get married because we're fornicating and we have a baby and we need to get married. And he told me, he literally said, you're forcing me to get married. And I don't see how this is going to fix anything. So I think you're wrong. I don't think we should do this. And I just like forced him and forced him and forced him and forced him. We were like right out of college, and it was a weird stage. And so I forced him because I feared God. I was so vulnerable and so fearful of God, and I just kind of like was looking for an answer. And so that was my quote unquote answer, I guess.
Okay.
And so yeah, he said like, and he told my brother, God says that I need to get married now. And so we got married. And so like, that's the thing. So we like forcefully got married, and now we're in this predicament, or this situation where we've been married for 5 years, and we feel like we're just married because of our son. And we like, it's weird because we want to like dismantle to give us that like that freedom that we need, from the beginning, that we should have never gotten married. Or it's like, do I stay, or like, do we try and make it work, or do we just dismantle everything and do what we were supposed to do a long time ago, not get married? So that's what's happening.
Okay. Are you opposed to me asking you some questions?
No.
Okay. What do you feel like doing right now?
Honestly, I feel that the only thing keeping me from not like divorcing him is not having a job. I feel like, because so every time he's done this, like these outbursts, like I said, about, oh, I'm so financially stressed, every time he's done that, it like chips away a little bit at my love for him. At this point, I'm just like, at the beginning, it was like, oh, I'm so like, oh my God, what do you do? And now it's just like,
Gotcha.
I don't have money, so I could leave, but otherwise I would.
Right. Okay, so
And
y'all have been married for 5 years. When you first got married, were you employed?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And what led to the transition from that employment, and when did that take place?
Yeah. So I've always been employed. So when we got married, we both graduated in the marriage. We both graduated with our bachelors.
Okay.
So I got a job right away, and I've had many jobs since. I've had like 5 jobs, but because of things that happened. So like I was commuting for one, and then I was offered another one closer to home. So then I got it. And then from that one, I didn't like it. And then I went to another one, and then so on and so forth. So I've always had a job, but so this last job, I was wrongfully terminated, I feel, because they kept telling me that I was doing great and I was going to get a promotion. And then suddenly they said, oh, hey, you're actually fired. And so the thing is that I felt so my husband, it's like 2 things are true with him. One, he's really good. He'll give me the money. He'll never leave me. Like, okay, we need groceries, we need gas, we need that. He'll always give me. But then he feels all of a sudden like it's piled up, and then he blows up, and then he says, he throws it at my face. Oh, and I've been giving you this money, and I've been sustaining you and doing this and that, and I've been taking care of you. And then I'm like, wait, so this time that I didn't have a job, I thought that I was okay, because he did tell me, it's okay, do your studies, work on the test, just study. I got it. And then he blows up, and it's like, oh, wait, I'm actually pissed that I got it because you're not helping me. Nobody's helping me. I feel undervalued. I feel undervalued at work. I feel undervalued at home. And I tell him, I don't think I don't think you are being undervalued at home. I'm cooking for you. I'm cleaning the house. I'm taking care of our son. Like, where is this coming from? And I think it's deeper. Like I said, that's why I said, like, I think he has trauma because he makes a problem out of anything. So it's like he has, like, I don't know, stress, anxiety, whatever inside, and then whatever little problem comes up, like, it'll pick him, and then, oh, everything, like, he opens a can of worms,
Gotcha. Yep.
Um,
How old is
yeah,
your
and
son? How old is your son?
he's 7.
7 years old. Okay. And um, from the last job when you started to go through these tests, how long has that been?
Yeah, a year.
Okay, so it's been a year.
This summer, a year.
Okay. And when you came off that job to focus on your studies, your husband was not opposed to it. Okay. So in 5 years, you've had a job for 4 of the 5 years. Okay. What was he griping about the first 4 years? It was still money?
Yeah. So yeah, the first 4 years, he was griping about me nagging him for being on his game day and night. Like, he'll literally, like, because there was a time that whenever he wasn't working, he was playing.
Okay.
So he was grind. Yeah, he was.
What game was it?
It's actually a game. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's called RuneScape. It's like a weird nerd game.
Okay. RuneScape?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
weird, yeah, it's a nerd game.
Okay, got it. No worries. Understood.
So all through our marriage, all throughout, even before we were married, because we were together when we came back down from San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't married. We were together, and it was the same thing, right? It was like his game. He would just not pay attention to us. But I feel like that's miscellaneous. Like, you know, you're young. We were in one lifestyle, you know, in college, and then all of a sudden, like, whatever. But then we got married, and it continued, and then it stopped, and then yeah. So it was always like the game that I don't let him smoke weed because all throughout the 5 years I've caught him, like, maybe, like, I don't know, like, maybe 3 times every 2 years or whatever. So he's basically telling me that he needs, like, an outlet to you know, to release stress, and I get that, right? And I know guys need that. But comes a point where, like, you're just playing all the time. You give so much attention to your friends on Discord while you're playing, but how come you don't give that attention to your son, you know? That same attention. You say, oh, I want to play with my friends. Well, yeah, have a conversation with a son. Sit, you know, if it's not financial, it's that. It's that he's not paying attention to us. He doesn't do, like, things around the house that I'd like him to do. The only good thing he does is, like, give us money. He'll buy my son, like, the things that he wants, that he needs. He gives us the money, you know. But then again, he'll blow up and say, oh, my God, I've been, like, well, now for this year that I haven't had a job.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's like, oh, I've been taking care of you. And he resents me for that.
Okay.
But I don't get it because before he had this job, he was making very little money. Before he graduated college, he was making, like, I don't know, $16 an hour. And now he's making over $60,000 a year. And it's like, oh, and we're super blessed too, Tim. So we have a house that our in-laws gave to us.
Wow.
So we don't pay a mortgage. We don't pay rent. And now he bought a car because he had an old car for 14 years. So I guess that's fine. And now he's, like, paying student loans. So I guess that kind of piled up. Like, I guess that's new to him. And he kind of, like, whoa, like, where are all these bills coming from? But we're still good at that. Like, if you're left over with $2,000 from paying all your bills, I think that's good, considering the area where we live in, considering we don't pay mortgage, considering a lot of things. And I'm just like, oh, I don't know what to do with you.
Okay.
I feel like, yes, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Let me ask this last question, and then I think I've got a really good context for this. When did he go to his mother's house?
It's been maybe 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay, 3 to 4 weeks. And what prompted that for him? Was there an argument? Did you just come home and he was gone? How did that come about?
Yes. So I was home. He came home from a doctor's appointment.
Okay.
And then he says, "Hey, before you get mad, I want to let you know that I told the doctor that I had a little bit of a stress, and he prescribed something." And I said, the first thing was like, I put my arms up and I said,
It was
I didn't
weed.
say anything,
He,
but
he got his
so
weed.
right away, I'm sorry?
He got his weed.
He didn't get weed. He
Oh.
got, like some antidepressants.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I put my arms up and right away he's like, oh, like he's a person who gets easily offended. Like I have to tiptoe around him about what I'm going to say because he gets easily offended. And so, and then I said, hey, I'm all for you getting help. And we've talked about now, I told him now that you have insurance, I think you should get counseling. And he's all for counseling too.
Okay.
So I said, I think you should get counseling. And he agrees with that, right? But he said, and then I said, I don't think you should take those pills because I know you have an addictive personality. Like you'll get addicted to anything, like your game. You're super addicted to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I don't think that you should take those. And so he was, and I said, because remember, like when we were in college, like I met you. He wasn't a druggie, but it was just like a typical college scene. You know?
Yep. I get it.
Yeah. So I said, remember, and then he goes off, and he's like, oh my God, I'm trying to get legal medical help, and you're throwing it in my face, and you're bringing my childhood up. That's his whole, his trauma, like coming out or whatever. He gets triggered, and I was like, no, I'm serious. Like you know that this is not good for us. And so, okay. And then, so he leaves, and that's when it all happened. We had a conversation, and in that conversation, we both mentioned how like, hey, we weren't even supposed to be married. We've been having so many issues for 5 years. He says, we're only married for the kid, right? And I'm like, yeah, like, I think we are. And the thing is, Tim, that before we got married, when we were in college, like I said, I never loved him. I never loved him at all. I actually, in fact, was very heartbroken. That's how I got into that relationship from the previous boyfriend that I had in high school, who I was completely in love with, who I thought I was going to marry, et cetera, et cetera. And so when I got into that relationship, it was like a rebound per se.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's been hard. But now I love him. Now I love him. And now I feel like I want to help him because there's so much potential in him to get healing and help. But at the same time, it's like, oh, I don't know if I can deal with this. I feel like I'm 27 now. I feel like these past early 20s of mine, I feel like I've been wasting them because part of me is like, oh, I could be with somebody who knows Jesus, who will understand and who pay attention, you know, all that stuff that I want. And part of me feels like I'm wasting my time. And then part of me feels like, but no, he has so much potential. I can help him. Like that picture with Hulk and the girl, like Hulk is like going rampant and the girl hugs Hulk and then he comes down.
Yeah.
That's the picture that I feel with my husband.
Yep.
And so it's like, at a crossroads. I'm like, I could do that. I could try again, or I could just not waste any more of my life. I'm 27 and go on with my life and find somebody throughout. I mean, not that I'm going to be looking for someone, but just, you know, focus on me. And then eventually, yeah. So that's where I'm at.
Okay.
And yeah.
Yeah. So, there's a lot here. Okay. I think I am the person I'm side-eyeing the most. It's not you, and it's not even your husband. It's this prophet. That's who I'm side-eyeing. The prophet is getting the big side eye from me. Yeah. I just church people be doing too much. We do too much. We see a couple that is coming to church They got a child. Hey, y'all married? No, we're just together. This is my boyfriend or my partner or whatever. Wow, y'all need to get married. You don't know the whole story. Shut up. And then when you put the thus said the Lord on it, or God told me, blah, 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 and you got influence and you have a leadership position, we believe you. We just believe you. I know we're supposed to test the spirits by the spirits, but if we're young in the faith, we're taking your word for it. We feel like you hear from God. And so now you got people out here in bad business deals, bad marriages, bad situations, coming off medication, getting on medication, putting $50,000 of their money in the McDonald's franchise, and because God said they were supposed to be a millionaire, and I've heard it all. It's too much. It's terrible. With that said, you've said some things that are troubling for me in the way that you've painted the picture of your husband. I just want you to know that, like, I'm glad he don't hit you, and also he shouldn't be breaking your stuff. That's still violent. It's violent adjacent. Like, he ain't swinging at you, but him swinging at the wall. If you can't control your emotions, like, come back to me when you can talk right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you breaking stuff and you punching stuff. And in 5 years, first of all, this man does not want to deal with reality. Based on the picture that you have painted for me, this man wants to escape his feelings. He does not want to feel. That's why he games all day. He works and then he games. Anything to not feel, right? And then when you address him, you confront him with things he has to feel. And because he doesn't want to feel it, he lashes out at you. And he makes it about you when, so when you had a job, it couldn't be about the job. So it's about just stress. And then when you don't have a job, then it's your fault because we need money. But if you went and got a job that paid 120 grand plus his 60 grand, right? That gave y'all 180 grand. He would still find something because he doesn't want to feel what he feels. And now it's to the point that when you had a conversation with him about a prescription and just your concerns of where it could lead, he ran to his mommy's house. That's not a man, that's a boy. Only little boys run back to mommy's house.
Yeah.
And
I'll
here is where you have to take some ownership. You got this word from the prophet, and then you punked this man into marrying you. Okay, like, you got to own that. You just wore him down until he was like, all right, fine, let's get married. And the last 5 years is you got what you wanted, but this is not what you wanted to get.
Yes, exactly.
And so if you can own that and just be like, listen, I forced you to do it and you did it and we tried it. But if you're going to run back to you, I see great potential in you. I wasn't in love with you when we first got together. I was just doing this. We had a baby together. Let's just try to keep a family unit. And I didn't love you when we got married. And now I'm in love with you. Damn it. You got me. Right? I would love to make this work. I see so much potential in you. But you have to come back home and we have to work. And if you're not willing to do that work, then let's go our separate ways. It's really, really simple. Y'all are both adults. You are not going to have an issue remarrying. We could all count to 7 and there'll be somebody else. Like I'm looking at you. So you're talking about like, I'll just go out and then whenever the Lord blesses me, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, next. So you're fine. Don't worry about it. I just want you, anytime people get to this point, I just want to ensure you've done everything you can. That you just didn't take the first out. Because perhaps faced with your boundary, right? Like, hey, if this is going to work, number 1, you got to come home ASAP. Number 2, you can't run anymore. I'm not trying to make you not play your game. You just can't play your game for 12 hours and ignore me and our son. Right? I didn't take a year off to go backpacking in Europe. I didn't take your money to just get my hair and my nails done. I've been actually educating myself and getting certifications so that not you showing me the nails. Like I've been educating myself and taking these certifications so that I can be in a better position to be an income generator. This has been a year of investment. Here's the other thing I don't like. I don't, when any man does this, I don't care if they're in a long-term relationship, common law, or but especially if they're married, when a man keeps a tally of what he's been doing for his wife, that is deeply offensive to me. You act like you giving a loan out to some to some person that like, hey man, I'm gonna give you this money, but it comes with a 3% interest, and it's got to be all paid back by the 30th. You're his wife. So when a man keeps receipts on his wife, I'll be looking at him crazy. Who you think you talking to? I gave you money for this, and I gave you money for that, and I gave you money for the boy to get this, and I gave you money. What are you saying? Of course you're supposed to do that, fool. This is your wife. Do you want some other man to do it? I'm just. So yeah. I really think that I think you need to have a courageous conversation with him, and you just need to say, hey, I love you, and I believe we could actually work, but we would both have to work. If you're not opposed to doing the work, I think we can actually salvage this relationship. If you don't want to do that work, just say it now. Yes or no. Don't play with my emotions. Don't play yourself. This could be easy. We're both adults. If this was a mistake, if you're just like, I tried it, I don't want to, say that. That's the other thing. I don't like when, the other thing I don't like, then I'll shut up on what I don't like, because I can get on the soapbox on this. But when somebody, I don't like when somebody wants to end a relationship, but instead of just standing on business and saying that and dealing with the consequences that have to go with that, they just make life miserable for their partner until they do it. That's lazy, and that's a punk. I can't deal with a person like that. So if that's what he wants, he just needs to say it. And if he doesn't want that, he needs to come home and do his work. That's what I got.
Thank you, Tim, and I'm glad that you said this, because now so first you mentioned like that the prophet, right?
Yep.
So throughout all these years, it's been like, oh, who do I blame? Him, myself, or the prophet? And yeah, and it's like, oh, right. So part of me throughout this time has felt like shit. I'm sorry if I said shit, but
Fine.
I'm like, shit, like Okay. I think I owe it. Like, I feel two ways. I owe it to him to be free, for both of us to be free, and then I also owe it to him. Like, shit, I brought you in this that you didn't want to be in. So then you know, let me continue. Like, see what we can do. Like, work it out. So I feel those both ways, right? Um, and that's where I'm like,
Okay, so
oh
let
my
me
gosh, it's
let
like
me
that.
ask you this question. So if you got off this call and when you got home he was there and he came in the door and he was like, he looked you in the eye, he was like, baby, the Holy Spirit woke me up at 6 a.m. and I realized I have been a complete idiot. I have ignored you. I have abandoned you emotionally. I have made excuses because I didn't want to confront my own trauma and my own pain. I am madly in love with you. I have just been under so much stress and I've been assigning the blame to you when it's really on me, not prioritizing what needs to be prioritized. I will do whatever it needs. I will do whatever work that needs to be done to make this marriage work. I want it to be God, you, our son, and whatever else we can handle together. If you heard that from him today, your answer would be,
My answer would be, okay, let's fix things.
okay. All right. So if you don't get, now, I'm not expecting a guy that has no tools to say what I just said. That's not my expectation. But I give this question to people all the time to ask their spouse when divorce is kind of looming. Do you think it would be impossible for us to have a great marriage? That's a yes or no question. That's the only question you need to ask him when you get home.
Yeah.
Do you think it would be impossible for us to have a great marriage? If he says, yes, I think it'll be impossible. Sweet. Let me know when you want me to sign the divorce decree. Save yourself all the drama. And then figure out what the visitation going to be with the kid. If he says, no, I don't think it'll be impossible, then it's just a matter of, okay, then what do we need to do to get there? And if he's committed to all the things that you need to do to get there, yay. If you realize he's not committed to do that, then pack your stuff, because here's the pattern you have to break. For 4 years prior to you not having this job, you've let this cycle go on. You've let that happen. So you cannot let him get back into if he comes back home, you can't let him go back into that same cycle of he does good for 4 months and then he blows up again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If he says he's coming back to do the work, he needs to come back, stand on business, and do the work. If he gets to that 4th month and he implodes again, send him right back to his mama's house.
And leave him there.
And leave him there. Go back to your mama. You were supposed to leave. Marriage is supposed to be leave and cleave. Bro clearly wants to go back. And if he wants to go back, you let him go back over there. Él regresa a tu madre.
Que regrese a su mamá, que se quede allá. Si se quiere quedar allá, que se quede allá.
Sí. Es no tu problema, es el problema.
See, Tim, and that's the thing. I think that he, I mean, I can't blame him. We were, again, right, forced into this, coerced, whatever. He doesn't know, like, the role of a wife. That's what he's told me this in this particular fight, right? That he doesn't know the role of a wife, or he has a different vision of the wife than I did, because we're Hispanics, and it's like we're so used to down here, like we're so used to, okay, the husband goes and works at the pipelines, and the wife takes care of the kids, and
Right.
and
Right.
all that, home stuff, and
Yeah.
and so I'm like, wait, hold up. I'm like, so you're meaning to tell me that everything that I'm doing at home really doesn't mean nothing to you unless I have a job. And sometimes he says so many things that he doesn't mean, but I know that part of it is true. Uh, so he was like, yeah, like you need to be contributing like we are, and I agree with him, right? But yeah, don't go about it that way. Don't throw it at my face and then make me feel like the work that I'm doing at home means crap.
A stay-at-home
So
mom's
so yeah,
a stay-at-home's mom's annual evaluation, if she were to get paid, would be in the six figures. Just so you know. Just so you know. I understand what it means to have a tangible check, hit the deposit, and help with the bills. But if you're making 60 G's and you don't have a stinking mortgage and you're clear, free and clear with 2 G's, this is a budget issue.
yeah.
This ain't no doggone, that's a budget issue. That's not a we struggling and you not helping and you not pitching in. This is a budget issue. If you budget your money, all you got to do is get a freaking Quicken template and put all your expenses and then cut out all your bull. There's probably closer to $3,000 that would be left over if he didn't buy his little rupees on the whatever game he plays, or I don't know what the hell's going on in that game. I'm just freestyling, but you know what I'm saying? All these 2K players spending all this money in microcurrency. You know, they paid $60 for the game, but they've paid $1,500 for my player. And they got the nerve to talk about we broke this. I don't understand why you want to get your hair done. Well, if you didn't spend $800 in microcurrency so you could be 6'7" and have a good jumper, just because you're 5'8" and you're never gonna dunk. Damn, just watch the game. You're not a baller. You're trying to live vicariously. My player, man, he's sweet. I get greens on every jump shot. Hey! Tired of these dudes.
You're so awesome, Tim. I love you.
Okay. All right. So I want you to, he's got to get his priorities straight. I understand what it is to be a man, and I understand the stress, and he just has to get his priorities straight.
Yeah, Tim. And I've been listening to you for so long, and it's like, in hindsight, I'm like, I can have this conversation. But I never really got around to having a conversation about these questions that you told me to ask, and like the way that the things that are the proper topics that are supposed to be brought up. I never did come around that, and I think it's more so because I'm not scared, but I just I don't want to deal. I'm weary with him being so offended, and then he blows up, and I can't talk to him because he's so offended, and then he leaves, and so I'm like, oh, so I just kind of don't have a conversation. But I know I need to catch him in a good time.
Well, this is
like you mentioned.
Well, let me say this. Part of my interruption. This is the part of the, this is the part where I need you to really paint a realistic picture of him. If you're saying I got to catch him at a good time because if he blows up, that anger, that's a form of violence. Any form of expression that shuts you down is cruel. He ain't got to swing on you. The fact that he's blowing up to the point that you feel like I can't talk to him, this is one of the ways he avoids feeling. He uses anger as a weapon to get you to shut up.
I really thought about that. Wow.
Yeah, and it's not healthy, and it ain't cool. And then him breaking stuff. This crazy sauce. And then him coming back to apologize just to do it again is a cycle that every domestic violence case has within it as well. So he's displaying the emotion. It's not actually physically coming to you, but emotionally it is.
The intensity.
The intensity, yeah, because now you're like, I got a plan to catch him in a good mood to have a courageous conversation. Wow. He has informed you that if you talk to him about anything that matters, right, as it relates to your relationship, there's going to be a penalty to pay. And the penalty is he gets to turn into the Hulk.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I just want you to pray for the peace of God and the boldness, because I don't think you need to wait on a good time for him. I just think you should say, hey, I need to have a conversation with you. It's very, very important. And our entire marriage hangs in the balance of it. When would be a good day for you?
Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say.
Okay. Okay. And
Yeah.
then when you and then you tell him, I really only got one question for you. When we meet, I just want you to know we're not gonna have no 3-hour conversation. It could be a 3-hour conversation, depending, whatever, but I just have one question to ask you. It's a yes or no question. And if you depending on how you answer, I have a follow-up question. Depending on how you answer, I don't even have a follow-up question. But remember that question has to be no oriented, and it's the word impossible. You want to know, do you think it's impossible for us to have a great marriage? Yes or no? If he says yes, it's impossible, send him back to his mama's. I don't care if you feel like crying, throwing stuff, mad, embarrassed, hurt that he answered so quick, whatever. Grieve it, but send him back to his mama's, because he just saved you a whole year of trying and failing anyway, right? So send him back to his mama's. But if he says no, I don't think it's impossible, your follow-up question is, okay, what do you think we need to do to get there? Because I want to get there with you. And then go there.
Yeah, I will do that. And I'll tell him. So when I have this conversation, and assuming he's going to say, that yes, it's not, no, it's not impossible,
Mhm.
right? And we work things out, and I tell him, okay, like you can only game for this amount of time or whatever. How much grace should I have with him in him achieving those things, until, so like if I say 2 hours or whatever, and then he takes a while, or how much grace should I have with him to get there?
Yeah, so I wouldn't even make it in the form of like, I only want you 2 hours on the game. I would make it in, okay, so let's do a role play real quick. Let's do a role play. Okay. So you're gonna be your husband, I'm gonna be you. Okay. Give him a name that is not his name.
I just thought about Hector. I don't know.
Okay, Hector. Sweet. Hector's not even here to be mad that
I don't know.
it's a Hector. Great, no worries. All right, so hey babe, thank you so much for agreeing to meet with me. Like I said, this is not gonna take long, unless it's just something that we both feel is really important. But the question I wanted to ask you, and I want you to think before you answer, but it's a yes or no question. It is not a, well, maybe if this or that or the other. I really just need a yes or no, so please think before you answer. My question is, do you think it would be impossible, after all we've been through, how we got together, everything included, do you think it would be impossible for us to have a great marriage?
No, babe, I don't think it would be possible. have a great marriage. It's just that I get very stressed and under pressure, and I'm holding everyone down, and I'm sorry for what I did to you. You don't deserve that. Um, but I will try my best to make this work.
That makes me so happy to hear. Like, you have no idea, because I love you and I want this marriage to work. What do you think? I know you've been under a lot of pressure and stress. I want to acknowledge that you work so hard for this family. And in the year that I've been focusing on these certifications to teach, you have been holding us down. And if you've felt unappreciated, or uh, you felt like I haven't noticed that, I just want you to know I have noticed it. I I celebrate what you've been doing for us. With you saying that you believe our marriage can work, what do you think it would take for us to have a great marriage?
First of all, thank you for acknowledging all the work that I've put in and acknowledging that I've been under pressure. Um, I think that it would just take some teamwork. Um, um, Teamwork is what I
Team.
think you would say.
Okay, no worries. Teamwork. Could you elaborate on that?
Um, yeah. So still as my husband, right?
Yes, yes. Stay Hector.
Hector. That's it rhymes with. Okay. So I think you putting in the work, grinding to get that certification, and taking care of the house, taking care of our son. Just focus on what you were doing already, but give it your best for that certification. And I will focus on grinding at work and doing my best and coming home to you. And I will try to be less on my phone and less on the game. And we can tell each other when we're being too much. Like if you nag me, or I'll tell you, hey, okay, you're nagging me, I'll fix it. Or if I'm being too much, if I'm playing too much, hey, it's already been a while, get it off. But let's keep working at at um, at our roles, me at work and you at home. Um, and I will try better to contribute emotionally to the home and to spend time with our son. That's what I would say.
Okay. I so appreciate you saying all of that, honey. I would love that. Obviously, I'm grinding on these certifications. I got one more left. Can't wait to be done with that. You already know I'm holding it down with the home, and I appreciate you acknowledging that. I want to acknowledge again, you're doing great at work. I want to make sure that we work on us. Our work ethic is not the problem. Like, us working our jobs and at the home, and me with the certifications, that's not the biggest priority for me as much as it is us. So when I hear you say you're going to work on coming home and not being on the game as much, that gets me excited. Like, you grinding at work, baby, you always grind at work. You got a impeccable work ethic. You don't have a problem there. But when you say you're going to be on the game less, that gets me so hyped. And the reason why it gets me so hyped is because I miss you. I just want to be with you. I just want to be able to look you in the eyes. I want to be able to know what's going on. I want to be able to hear more than just your stress. I want you to elaborate on it. I want to know what is stressing you. I want to know the things that you feel like you're carrying. I don't want you to have to carry that by yourself. I know our son will feel more excited to have time with his daddy. And so those things make me very, very happy. And if, again, I'm not trying to rob you of your free time to play your game or whatever, but if you're telling me that you're going to prioritize me and our son above the game, you're going to be getting some stuff that you like later on after that boy go to bed. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Scene. Okay. Now, let me tell you what I love about the second question, right? When we ask the question, what do you think it would take? Do you see all the things that Hector said without you opening your mouth?
I do. And in the back of my head, because of so many times that he's done this, I have a feeling that along the way, it's just gonna go right back.
Okay. And you already know what the game plan is if he does that, though. That is your sign.
I
Because
love you.
yeah. Because here's the thing: actions speak louder than words. So Hector said all the right things in that moment, right? And we're like, oh, I would love that. If you do that, oh my God, I'll rock your world. Right? I will send you to work empty. You will go to work drained. You will go to bed happy and wake up happy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can handle this on both sides, good night and good morning. But if after 4 months you go back to your regularly scheduled program, your mama's house, make a left, make a right, but take everything this time. And here's the thing for you. This is the clarion call from a man to all women when they find themselves with a knucklehead. I know you were planners, and I know y'all leave mentally before you leave physically, because it's like, let me get the money together and let me make sure I got a place to stay, and blah, 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 because I don't want to be dependent and I don't want to blah, 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 blah. Listen, trust God. The moment he shows you that, whether you got a job or not, just be like, you got to go. Oh, but I ain't going to pay for this. Child, please. The Lord is my provider. Get out. Ain't nobody about to stay under your abusive, gaslighting self just so you could, so I could have some groceries. The Lord will give me groceries. Stop that. I got a whole community that will come and be a blessing. I'll get done with this 5th certification and I'll probably be making more than you in 20 minutes. So let's stop. So don't let the threat of I don't have a job right now, and if he leaves and then what do? I would leave already if I had a job. Nope, don't let that be the issue. You want to try to make their marriage work, and if it doesn't work, if he gives you the same actions, then your actions have to speak louder than your words as well. You cannot tolerate it. You cannot let that cycle happen again. If he starts and then stops, it's a wrap. Because that's the only thing dudes listen to is what you do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you better believe that I will. I will obey this word. I've been praying for it. Like, no, honestly, you have given me a lot of boldness and courage. I'll say courageous courage, because I always knew I needed to have this conversation, but I didn't know how.
Yep.
And so now I'm going to have it, and yeah, that's it's going to be a wrap if he goes back, because like you said, you're right. I've been putting up with it, and it's my fault.
Yeah.
I have so many plans for myself, Tim. I still want to go to law school. I haven't gone, and It's like I graduated like 4 years ago, and I'm like, and part of him is like, you need to make money, like, so that, I mean, of course, that's logic, right? He's like, you need to have money so that we can go and obviously pay over there, right?
Yeah.
But I just feel that it's like, it's not just that. I feel like he, like if I were by myself, I think I'd be gone
Of
a long
course.
time ago
Yeah,
to
yeah.
law school. But anyway, so yeah, I just needed that boldness and that courage to have that conversation with him, and now I'm very pumped to have this conversation
Good.
because that will determine, what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much for calling. Thank you for being patient as we kind of like went through the layers of it. I ask the questions. You're going to get your answers, and you're going to get the answers from out of his mouth, but then you're also going to get the answers from his actions, and pay more attention to those. Okay? And we're with you. We're with you. We love you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I was able to talk to you. And let me ask, you personally, have you ever heard of a situation like that a prophet told somebody to get married?
Absolutely. Yes, I
I
have.
know you've heard a lot.
Yeah, I have heard
You
it.
have?
I have heard it. It's a thing that's infuriated me. I've dealt with this situation multiple times. Multiple times. There's so much. Some of it is inadvertent. Some of it is irresponsible. Some of it is downright manipulative. I've literally seen prophets basically matchmake and tell certain couples like, the Lord said y'all not supposed to be together because the Lord already showed me who your wife is and it's another person within the ministry. I've heard all kind of foolishness. So I hate that you were exposed to that, and it's going to be okay.
Yeah. No, I felt very abused. Like he abused my vulnerability. I was like 19, I think, or
course.
no, 20.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like just fearing God. And I remember it was like, I was watching Pastor Mike. I watched all his series. It was like Release.
Mm-hmm.
And Pastor Mike was saying, release.
Yeah.
And then this man over here was like, no, get married. And it also didn't make sense to me either. But I was like, but we fornicated. He must be. So,
Right. Well, I'm proud of you for doing the work and for digging so deep on this call to get the answers you need so you can have the conversation that you need to have.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I do want to apologize because I know it was all over the place, but I was so nervous to talk to you.
No, you did fine. You did fine, and I'm proud of you. I love you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I love you too.
All right, have a great day.
You too.
Okay.
Thank you, Tim.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, and I love everyone. Bye.
I love everyone. Bye.
We love everyone. Bye. Wow. Yo.
I went through a roller coaster of emotions listening to that
Yeah,
call.
girl. Me too. I did too. I was like, what? I was all over the place. Julie and I just kept on giving each other looks the entire time because it's like, man, that's a tough situation to be in. It really is a tough situation to be in. I hate it. I hate it. I mean, but these people, I once had a guy tell my wife, my wife was in a liturgical dance ministry, and I was over in a mime ministry, and this guy who had a real prophetic gift on his life. Now, just to give you context, we weren't married yet. I think I had to be 22. I was 22 years old. I'm 22, okay?
Yeah.
Just to tell you how long I've been on this energy, right? So the guy tells, and I got my parents to thank for that. They just dropped a heavy anchor in me at a very young age.
Yeah.
With like no BS,
Yeah.
like no church BS. It was like straight no chaser. Here's what the Bible says. Here's what it doesn't say. Just do it, right? So this dude tells my wife, who has a prophetic gift, I think you're supposed to be doing this other ministry, and I pray that you don't get no sleep until you basically obey the Lord and come over to this ministry.
Huh?
I ran up on that nigga.
Crazy.
in the church hallway. I ran up on him. I was like, "Hey, dog." I said, you of all people should know better than to be going around saying stuff like that. You praying that my girl ain't gonna get no sleep? Oh, so she supposed to have insomnia till she obey God? You think God's gonna make somebody have insomnia to make a decision to be on a dance ministry or a mind ministry? I said, nigga, you know better. Don't you ever talk to her like that again. Oh my God, bro. Like I was just joking. Nah, bro, you got a prophetic gift. You can't be out here talking like that, bumping your gums like this.
Reckless.
Was he really joking?
No, that nigga wasn't joking. But of course, trying to be like, oh man, I was just, man, like, and then he was like, wow, you really came to defend. Like, dog, you ain't gonna be over here telling my girl she ain't gonna sleep.
That's crazy.
You gonna pray she ain't gonna sleep? Oh, so
That's crazy.
so you into witchcraft now? You about to cast a spell, Gargamel?
Oh, Smurfs.
Where these Smurfs at, cuz? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I hear him bro up. I didn't care. I didn't care at all.
I mean, that was necessary because he needed to be knowing that he can't be doing stuff like that.
First and last time. First and last time. Oh, I didn't know you was gonna be. Oh man, I was just trying to. Man, man, shut up, bro. Shut up, bro. Because now the next time you prophesy, I'm gonna be looking at you crazy. Because he said some true prophetic things, but hey, you got to remember with these prophets, they hit and miss.
Yeah, and they get in their heads.
They get in their head that they gotta that they are the voice of God. No, you might be. You might be, you might not. We testing every word. I don't care.
Yep.
I don't care if you got 10 in a row right. I'm testing that 11th one too.
Come on, Gideon.
You ain't ever getting carte blanche treatment from me. I'm about to go test. Oh, what did you say?
Carte
Oh.
You got 10 in a row. That don't mean nothing.
Do you receive it after I go test it? Nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'll be back.
In about 60 days, I'll come back and tell you if I receive it. And if it comes to pass, I'll know it was the truth.
Yep.
If not, I'm gonna come back and be like, hey, dog, that wasn't.
Yeah.
That was your burrito last night, though.
That was your burrito.
You used 3 tortillas on that Chipotle burrito. I don't know. You should have used 2.
That's hilarious. Gaby's having their presbytery.
Should have bought a bow tie.
So I'm like, I hope people listen to this. Test it.
Test it, dog.
That's that word.
I don't care if it's the presbytery up there in the front, or if it's the presbytery. I had a dude. I was a part of a presbytery one time. Let me generalize it. I was a part of a presbytery one time, right? And if you don't know what the presbytery is, it's just when elders come and give prophetic words or words of knowledge, just so you understand the difference. And we got 3 minutes left before we go to members, right?
Are we doing members? Yeah,
it's Member Monday. Yeah, it's Member Monday. So we got about 3 minutes before we go to Member Monday. So I'll keep it going after that. But a prophetic word is a word that speaks to the future. It has not happened yet, so it speaks to the future. A word of knowledge speaks to something that has happened to the past or is in the present. In modern day, we call it all the prophetic, but it's not. There's a gift that is literally the word of knowledge, and there is a gift of prophecy. These are 2 different gifts. A word of knowledge is an accurate retelling of something that has happened in your past or in your present. A prophetic word speaks to the future, and it should be edifying, encouraging, or exhortive, right? If it's not edifying, encouraging, or exhortive, it's not a prophetic word. It should edify, it should encourage, or it should exhort you. It should urge you to do something. But all of these mean prophets with these mean words, that ain't the prophetic, that is the pathetic. And I know a lot of people that flow in the pathetic. Like the dude that told them to get together. Y'all need to get married. Yeah, man, don't. Thus said the Lord, a 19-year-old girl. Just because she have a baby with a dude. Don't thus said the Lord, a 20-year-old. Just because they had a baby together. Man, please. That's the problem with the church. The church so busy trying to get people married that they'll let abusers get married and stay married. And then instead of saying, okay, my bad, divorce him. Oh, let's just pray that God gets a testimony out of this. No, sometimes the testimony needs to be I left. With your hoe ass. I should have. I'm sorry. I should have saved that for the members.
Shout out members.
Man, it's only 11:59. I came out before I got to the members.
It's
I'm,
okay. No
I'm
pasa
1
nada.
minute early.
No
I'm
pasa
sorry.
nada,
I had to
no
get that
pasa
one out.
nada. No pasa nada.
Jokers
Okay.
play too much.
It was a little. You gave him a still teaser because we're still gonna be talking about hot stuff.
Yeah, we
Still a
are.
teaser.
Oh, well, it's 12. Let's get it. Y'all hear that music? Hey. Anyway, I'm Timothy Charles Ross. Derek Israel Santiago. This is Caleb Karlovich,
The impregnator.
the father of Baby Karlovich, the husband of Juli Buendia Karlovich. Deuces.